from this airplane at 30,000 feet.
I hope he's careful.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products.
Wahoo!
You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation.
Wait, where's the ripcord?
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Oh no, he forgot his parachute.
I did it! Hooray! That's why I'm Captain Tobacco!
Captain, you seem a little shorter.
I prefer vertically challenged, my dear.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Or did everyone else get taller?
Oh, brother.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
Hey, it's Shannon. My neighbor got an HOA letter. Apparently, her weeds are offending the neighborhood. I told her to call my friends at Weedco. They're obsessed with making your yard look great. No weeds, pests, or termites. Call Weedco today at 549-1390 or visit weedcoaz.com.
KCUV Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
And a great Hump Day Wednesday to you. Hope everything is going well with your Wednesday. It's actually going pretty well today for the Diamondbacks thus far. This team, remember, I think it was 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, I said that when the announcement came out that Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is going to be out for the season due to a torn ACL, I said that to me appears to be the final nail in the coffin of this baseball team. Well, don't tell that to this baseball team because they're not buying it. Down 2-0 last night, rally to tie the game in the 6th, and then the guys at the bottom of the order set it up for one of the guys at the top of the order to take the lead.
Marte to the gap. Yeah. And over the gap. .115 off the bat. That Cattell's 25th. They were down 2-0. They lead it 5-2.
They would lead it 5-2. They would win it 5-3. And again, this was one day after they were one strike away from beating the Rangers and lost it late. And you always ask yourself, well, how? And then what happened with Gurriel? So not only, that happened first. So you lose Gurriel, then you blow a game late with, again, a young bullpen. And you just ask yourself, is this it? Is this now this? And we talked about the streaking yesterday. Win 6 of 7, lose 4. Win 3, lose 3. Win 2, lose 4. They lost that game to Texas. Now you're on another 2-game losing streak. You just lost your hottest hitter. Is there any, quote, answer back in this team? Well, they did it once again yesterday. Coming from behind, beat the Rangers, get off the mat. Day game today, bottom of the 8th right now at Chase Field. 2-0. 2-0 D-backs is the score. We will keep you updated on that as well and have some reaction as soon as that game goes final. Taylor Rashi, we mentioned, coming back from the minor leagues. One of the moves they made when they put Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on the disabled list or an injured list yesterday. Taylor Rashi, who got the 3-inning save, first major league game last week against the best team in baseball, comes back up, gave up a run in the 9th, Gave up a run in the ninth, but had some cushion with a 3-run lead. Gets his second save of the season in as many appearances. Before the game, Taylor Rashi talking about all the reaction he got to his Major League debut last week in Milwaukee.
It was a lot. It was a couple hundred calls, a couple hundred text messages. I kind of got a little overwhelmed. At one point, I just shut my phone off. I was with my girlfriend. I was like, we're just going to enjoy today, and I'll deal with this later.
Now, I'm one of those people that has a really hard time deleting my emails. Like I have, there's been times where I've had 4,000 emails, like some outrageous number like that. And literally I've tried to put myself on a system where I delete like 150 to 300 emails a day. Just going through the phone, it's like I try to find a time where I can just go through and delete 300 emails so I can get that number down. I've gotten it down to a manageable 700, I think. But it was around 4,000. Can you imagine having like hundreds? Now I don't get like text messages like that. Like I get emails. But can you imagine like getting hundreds of text messages and phone calls? Like your voicemail is like full because you probably have like 60 voicemails from people who want to congratulate you on one, getting to the big leagues, dream come true, and then 2, pitching a 3-inning save against the best team in baseball in their park to win a game. I can't. I would be overwhelmed. I'd be like, yeah, I got to turn my phone off. I can't. Like you're literally out with your girlfriend and your phone just keeps and just keeps buzzing off because you just did something fabulous that everybody wants to talk about.
If you're out to dinner with your girlfriend and you don't have your buzzer turned off after something like that, then you're probably not going to have a girlfriend very long.
Probably not. But Taylor Rashi's back, gets it done last night. Hey, and I mentioned the bottom of the order last night and what they did. How about our guy Jordan Lawler? Jordan Lawler, we mentioned before we went to Labor Day weekend, called back up from the minor leagues, has been dealing with some injuries down there. Obviously came up and had a stint earlier in the year. That stint did not go well. One of those guys at the bottom of the order, Jordan Lawler, gets his first 2 hits of the season. So the bottom 5 guys. The bottom 5 guys last night. Blaze Alexander, 2 hits. Ildemaro Vargas, a hit. Tyler Locklear, a hit. Barosa, I don't even know Barosa's first name. It is Jorge Barosa, left fielder. Jorge Barosa gets a hit, and Jordan Lawler gets 2 hits. So that is 5 for 7, 11, 14, 17. 5 for 17 from the bottom of the order to help the D-backs rally to win that game, to set it up. Again, those guys getting on base to set it up for guys like Ketel Marte at the top who can get you that 3-run home run you need to win a baseball game.
A .061 batting average is better than .000.
Hey, you got to start somewhere on the way up. Now,
I agree.
Now you're looking at some of those batting averages. They don't look all that great. I mean, at the bottom of that order. I mean, Jordan Lawler is .061.
Well, he was 0
Jorge
for
Barosa.
31.
Yeah.
Okay, he was 0 for 31 prior to last night's game.
Yeah, it was not good. Jorge Barosa, 122. Tyler Locklear hitting only 167. Ildemaro Vargas hitting only 237. Blaze Alexander only hitting 244. So again, these aren't 300 hitters, but they got it done last night when they needed to get it done. You get a bounce back win, an answer back win, and now you got a chance to win a series here if you can get 3 more outs. And again, with this bullpen, I got to turn the game on. I don't have it on right now. With this bullpen, you just never know. You never know. But it's 2-0 right now with 1 out in the 9th inning and the D-backs on top. Let me let you know who's pitching Right, who's getting the opportunity tonight? It looks like another youngster, Jake Woodford. Jake Woodford has the ball in his hands right now, trying to get the final 2 outs. And that, again, that would be a great way for this team after what happened the other night, having to watch Lourdes Gurriel Jr. go down, for them to bounce back and win this series against the Rangers. Again, that to me, that says so much. And I know there's, the manager is always a lightning rod, but every time you think this team is out, Torey Lovullo finds a way to keep them in. Torey, in fact, said after the game last night, there is no quit in this group.
This team always is ready to play. This team is ready. They're hungry. They have something to prove. They play with an edge.
Playing with an edge. That's what they do. And then to me, that a lot of that goes back to him. That's why I still am a Torey Lovullo guy. I still think that this is the right guy for this organization, despite the fact that they're obviously 10 games out in 4th place in the National League West, and they've still got a long road to go if they want to put themselves back into the wild card, being 6 games out in the wild card with 2 teams ahead of them, still the Reds and the Giants. But I thought maybe the death knell was there, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not for this team. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You want to get in on the program, call us at that number, text us that number. We can talk Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. Heck, if the Diamondbacks are not your team, again, we live in a transient state here, Arizona. There's people who have followed. I know you follow maybe another team that is not the Diamondbacks. If you want to talk about your team on this program, we can do that too.
Most people moved their loyalties with their
I did
furniture and their guest room storage. There's only 8 hits, DK, in this entire game.
Yeah.
D-backs only have given up 3. No, I'm sorry. The Rangers have only given up 3 hits. D-backs have only given up 5 hits on the day.
And the game has just ended on a sharp ground ball to short, which Geraldo Perdomo scooped up and got to Ketel Marte. The final today at Chase Field is the Diamondbacks 2. They got just 3 hits, like you mentioned. Only 3 of those hits for the Diamondbacks today, but they win it by a score of 2-0 over the Rangers, and they take the series with a chance now to head into the weekend and potentially gain some more ground on the Giants, the Reds, and the Mets.
Now, that was a purist game, DK. That was 13 consecutive half innings without a run scored.
Yeah.
So the D-backs scored their first run in the bottom of the first, second run in the bottom of the second, and then zeros the rest of the way.
Gabby Moreno, an RBI single in the first, and Alec Thomas scored on an error in the second. That was all Zach Gallen. Still, my fantasy league, I'm playing for 7th place. So I'll take one more great start
7 out
from
of
Zach Gallants out of 8. I think it's the last 2. So what we do is when we get to the playoffs, there's 8 teams in the league. 4 teams make the playoffs, and then 4 teams play in the consolation. So I got blown out in the first round of the consolation. So I'm playing in the 7th place game. It's against the 7th place team. I finished at the bottom of my league this year. So speaking of fantasy, so how about this, J-Dub? I may have mentioned that I'm in a fantasy football league with my 2 younger brothers who live in New Jersey. Our fantasy draft begins at 4:30.
So we're going to cut the show short?
Well, no. Not going to cut. Well, I don't need to cut the show short today because we got short
2 more.
shows
Yeah,
tomorrow
2
and
more
Friday.
after today,
You won't be hearing much from us the next 2 days. But, my fantasy draft begins at 4:30. So I am going to be making picks during the show. First time ever. I'll be making my fantasy draft picks. I'm not going to put it on autopilot, which is I happen to do that a lot. But I will make picks on the show. I don't even know. I looked like a couple of hours ago. Like, literally, I didn't even know we were having this draft until like 11 o'clock this morning.
Do you have to make your picks?
I think you get about 2 minutes.
I'm just
maybe?
wondering if you have
2 minutes.
if you have 3 players to choose from, if we could get some callers involved in helping you decide who to pick.
Well, I got to find out exactly what my draft position is, because, like I said, I looked a couple of hours ago, but I could not figure it out.
If Bijan is available on the board and you're up to pick, is that a no-brainer for you?
I'm not going to take Brian Robinson. I'll tell you that.
No, don't take Brian Robinson. That would be bad.
I will absolutely. Maybe. Well, again, should I carry my drafting philosophy from baseball that turned out to be completely flawed?
Switch it up slightly and do only Browns and a former Arizona Wildcat.
Only Browns and former Wildcats. So that means I would take.
Or those born in Tucson, like Bijan.
Oh, yeah, Bijan. So I got to take Bijan, good running back, T-Mac, wide receiver, Loop as my kicker. We don't do offensive linemen, so I can't draft Jonah. I can maybe draft Bill later on, but not high, because he's probably not going to carry the ball a whole lot.
Maybe punt returning.
Who else can I? Zach Ertz. I could. He obviously played for the Cardinals. I could draft Zach Ertz as my tight end. In fact, we're going to talk some Washington Commanders football in the 4:00 hour. Speaking of Zach Selby is going to join us. He is a beat writer inside the house. He's a inside beat writer. He works for the club for Commanders.com. We'll talk to him about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt making the final 53 for the Washington Commanders. So we'll ask him what he thinks of Bill, and does Bill have a chance to be active for the first game of the season this Sunday when the Commanders host the New York Giants? We'll find out. We'll ask Zach Selby all of that. Who else should I be drafting that's got local flavor?
We'll have to make a list. We'll get a list together before 4:30.
So I'm going to try to find out what my draft position is here, and when we come back, I'll let you know that, and then you can start suggesting to me who I should draft with that pick. DK on the sports tip. His draft is coming up at 4:30. Who should DK pick this year for his team? My team is called Arizona Kelly, because, again, I play in a league with my 2 younger brothers, and I live in Arizona. So I'm the Arizona Kelly.
If they both live in the same state, what are their teams?
I have to let you know. I forget what my younger brothers, they have weird names for their teams.
It's got to be a pun. Always pun related.
Yeah, Kelly is not in the name of either of their teams. So there you go. All right, Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
And from the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions that are reported Nogales Highway south of Irvington and Oro Valley, Oracle and Pushview Lane. Craycroft north of 29th Street, some slowing there, and in the foothills, Sunrise Drive in Swan. Slowing northbound Keno Parkway near I-10, also on westbound Ajo at Mission. There is a chance of rain. Rain is possible around 4:15 this afternoon. Rain also expected tomorrow with 88 as the high tomorrow, 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Average doesn't grow your business. Smart Strategy does. Cumulus digital campaigns outperform industry benchmarks by over 25%. You're not average, and your results shouldn't be either. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to leave average behind.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No. They use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope. Only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
So hot. Hi, can I help you?
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought, this AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Don't you die on me!
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, good fellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Quick, she's over here. I don't know. I just found her like this.
Yeah, she's banged up, but she'll be fine.
Oh, thank God. What can I do?
Just need the keys. And, sir?
Yeah?
Your car's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Mobile detailing from Recon Auto Detailing. Tired of wear and tear on your vehicle or just tired of cleaning it yourself? We'll come to you. Book with us online and see why we have over 1,100 5-star reviews. Recon Auto Detailing. ReconDetail.com.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids chewables provide fast relief for common stomach issues, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for Pepto Kids chewables. Fast relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Tune into Wildcats Radio 1290 weekly for Brett Brennan's Football Press Conference, where you can catch up on all things Arizona football this season. The Football Press Conference, sponsored by Coors Light.
The Dell Technologies semi-annual sale is on, with limited quantity deals on top tech. Save on select PCs powered by the latest 12th Gen Intel Core processors like thin and light XPS 13 laptops, Inspiron laptops, and 2-in-1s. Plus, get savings on select accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. My camera keeps leaving me. If you're watching on one of our video streams, we stream this show on YouTube. We are also on Twitch. Maybe at some point we'll be back on Facebook Live if I can figure out how to get back into Facebook Live. Diamondbacks beat the Rangers today by a score of 2-0. So did Jordan Lawler play today? He did not play in today's game, did the youngster, one of the top prospects in the Diamondbacks organization. Jordan did play in yesterday's ball game and had a couple of hits, his first 2 hits of the season. Let's hear from his manager, Torey Lovullo, on Jordan getting 2 needed base hits.
It's nice to see Jordan Lawler get his first couple hits of the season. I know he's been grinding, but I keep feeling like he's getting closer, and he's shrinking the zone, waiting for his pitch, and just had real nice approaches. I felt in L.A. it translated into what was going on today.
All right, so again, as we mentioned in the first segment, young man had been 0 for 31 in his first stint here earlier this year, and first stint overall in the big leagues was 2 seasons ago. 2023, when he came up in September during the stretch run to the playoffs that eventually led to an appearance in the World Series, and did not swing the bat well there either. So a huge step forward. I mean, anytime you can get your first, I would imagine that's probably his first multi-hit game in the big leagues last night. So that can go a long way for a young player's confidence to be able to get those first 2 hits of your big league career, or at least the first 2 hits of this season, and your first multi-hit game of your big league career to begin to find yourself at the plate. Because, again, Jordan Lawler is a guy that this organization is going to be depending on quite a lot moving forward, and you want to see him get this thing worked out at the plate. All right, I mentioned in the last segment, so my fantasy draft is coming up. I'll give you the name of some of these teams that are in my – I'm in a league with 16 teams. So there's 4 divisions of 4. I'm in a division called West Side Nightmares. There's West Side Dreams, West Side Nightmares, East Side Dreams, and East Side Nightmares. Who came up with the names for these divisions? I do not know. We've got Eagles Nation. Again, I'm in a league with a bunch of folks that live near Philadelphia. Oh Boy, 4 Skinless Pig Skinners. That's interesting. Bruised Egos. That seems to be me a lot when I play fantasy football, but that's not my team. Strategic Legacy. That's my oldest younger brother. He's the commissioner of the league. Whelp, Here We Go.
That's the best one. Yeah.
Whelp, Here We Go. Watch Me Work. Organized Chaos. So that's 8 of the teams. That's the 8 teams in the East, on the East side. On the West side, you have Mean Green. Again, Eagles based. 20-piece all flats. I have no idea what that means. 20-piece all flats.
It means a 20 or order of 20 wings and all flats.
What are the flats? Is that like
there's
potatoes?
Drumsticks and flats. So like the drumstick, there's 2 different distinct types of wings.
Philadelphia wings. That kind of goes together. Wheel, as in wheel, WEAL, Wheel to Win TV. Wheel to Win TV. How about this one? Show me your TDs.
Good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Roscoe 305. I don't know. I don't think 305 is an area code in that area, so I don't know what that one's all about. Oh, this is a good one. Before I say this one, so this is a take off something that the president of our United States said. The name of this team is Stolen Black Job.
Spicy. 305 is Miami-Dade, Florida.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a Floridian in the group.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Because in case you don't have no idea what that means, if the president of the United States last year on the campaign trail indicated that immigrants were stealing black jobs. So that's what that means.
What is a black job?
Exactly. This being program director at this station, that might be a black job. There's a black guy in it. Bones Jackson, and my team is Arizona Kelly. So there you go. Those are the 16 teams. And I still don't know what the draft order is, but it starts here in about an hour. So
I like Whelp. Here we go again.
Whelp. Here we go. That is a good. I'll let them know that was voted the best name in our league.
I mean, there's a couple of good names in there. That's just the most repeatable one on radio.
Who did you take in your fantasy draft? I want to know who you took who was your first pick? Who was your first overall pick in your fantasy football draft? If you're playing fantasy football. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. I'm also doing my 33 club again this year. I've got I might have one spot in my 33 club available if somebody wants to get in on my 33 club. It's very easy. It's really more of a luck thing than anything you have to actually think about a whole lot.
Like the lottery.
It's like the lottery. Did anybody win the $1.1 billion? Or is that tonight?
I think it's tonight.
It's tonight.
Yeah.
Did you buy your ticket?
I did, yeah.
Yes?
How
many tickets did you buy?
I have never buy lottery tickets until
Never?
it's the 5th largest pool of all time, and then I'll get one,
Why?
Hey, honey, I'm going to get lottery tickets on the way home. Do you need anything? That whole thing.
Didn't we pool once here or no? Did we pool once?
I think we did,
The
yeah.
first year I think I was here, it got really large. I don't know why we didn't think to do that again. So if there's no winner tonight, all right, let's hear from Torey Lovullo after a 2-zip win over the Rangers
pitches. I
tonight.
think he's driving his fastball in some counts where he's typically soft, so the sequencing was good. That you could tell by some of the takes that the Ranger players had that there was a strategy to what they were going to do, and I think Zach did a really good job of counterpunching. But he was really aggressive in the zone. I know the pitch count climbed a little bit. I had a scenario in my head where he's going to go 7 strong. But we clipped him at 6 strong, and the bullpen went out there and took over and preserved a shutout. Anytime you shut out an offensive team like that, they're very capable of scoring runs. You're doing a lot of things right. So the matchups were favorable. Everything seemed to unwind the way we wanted it to. And we chipped away at Leiter for 2 early runs, and with just good approaches. I think there was a miscue at first base that led to a run for us, and we took advantage of it. It's just one of those good days to win a 2-0 shutout. I think that adds a lot of confidence in a lot of different areas of this team. That's much needed right now. We picked up the ball defensively. We played fast, so a lot went into this win today. So I want them to enjoy the rest of the night off tonight. We got a day off tomorrow. And look, like I said the other day in LA, we just got to keep our head down, keep charging. We're in this thing. I don't care what anybody says. We got to keep fighting for the little end that we can get, and see where that lands us. And we're having a lot of fun out there. These guys are doing their job at a very high level, and it's yielding some really very positive, really good results.
What did you like out of Jake Woodford there, coming in the night that he had his own?
I felt like it was a stack of righties. It was kind of set up. I was waiting to see where Tellez was going to be, if he was going to be in or out of the lineup. Once I felt like there was a stack of righties, and he handles righties real good with an aggressive 2-seam fastball slider combination. It equaled that, and I like the fact that he's out there pounding the zone with 3 different pitches, and he's fearless. He can control the running game, so there's a lot of good factors for him to pitch at the very back end of this game. But he executes. That's the main reason.
What do you think happened on that obstruction?
Perdomo was just kind of running into the lane to get a better feel for where he could address what was going to be taking place on the play, and he just got in the way. The runner initiated contact. There doesn't necessarily need to be contact. There just has to be, if it's a block that the umpire considers a hindrance for the runner to get the next base, and it's a full out sprint to the base, and it's a bang bang play, he has a chance to call obstruction. So the umpire got it right.
It almost felt like he went knowing that he would get the obstruction call.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that to you?
A little bit. I watched it on high overhead for 3 seconds, so I haven't had a chance to look at it. But on that play, it's very tricky. If he's thrown out by 12 to 15, 18 feet, he's not protected. If it's considered a bang-bang play the way it was, he is protected. So it's a little bit of a risk, because if that ball is retrieved a little bit quicker or thrown a little bit quicker and he's out from me to the back of the room, he's going to be declared out. But because it was so close, they had to protect him.
Do you have any, this might be an end-of-the-year question, do you have any thoughts on your April defense? Because that was championship defense today.
Yeah.
You know what happened at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, we stunk. Our April defense stunk. It migrated into May. We started to climb a little bit in May, and it's unsatisfactory. I don't like that. I like clean, fast baseball. It put us behind in a lot of different situations. We save outs when we play that type of defense. The error that Jerry was charged with was a little bit of a tough handsy play, but he's been unbelievable. He's been outstanding. So it's everybody covering ground, using footwork. The play that Jerry made yesterday that went totally unnoticed was like a little quick hop. He kind of dragged his feet a little bit to keep momentum going. Those are things that are just God-given, and these guys have they have a nose for the baseball. But overall, I can't put my finger on it. I've thought a lot about how to prepare these guys in a spring training scenario next spring, so we don't have that type of an April. I want us to play better baseball for sure.
it has come a long way.
Manager of your Arizona Diamondbacks, Torey Lovullo, after a 2-zip win over the Texas Rangers. Zach Gallen, 6 scoreless innings in his latest quality start. He is now in his last 6 outings. This is Zach Gallen in his last 6 starts, 3-1 with a 2.57 ERA. So again, if with all the injuries you've had to your pitching staff, and obviously your other main gun, Corbin Burns, going down early, and you traded away Merrill Kelly, if you ever had a shot or thought you had a shot to put yourself in a position to make the postseason, you were going to need Zach Gallen to get hot. And he's starting to do that in his last 6 starts with an ERA of 2.57. 6 innings, as you heard the skipper say there, they were hoping to maybe get 7 out of him. They clipped him at 6, but the bullpen did the job today. Jack Woodford, the final of 5 pitchers. So they used 4 guys to navigate that final 3 innings. Woodford had a walk in the 9th inning, but he worked around that walk to get his 3rd save. I mean, there's a number of guys. I think what they say, 16 different guys have saved ball games this year for this Arizona Diamondbacks club. 3 hits, all they got today. But they win a baseball game 2-0. That's 6 wins in their last 8 games. Again, streaking, because I think there was a 4-game win streak. Then they lost 2 in a row. Now they've turned around and won 2 in a row. Like he said, you get a day off. Tomorrow is nothing better than a day game. I used to love it when I was in baseball, that day game. Then you get the night off. Then you get the next day off. So you kind of have that day and a half just to reset, relax, and hang out a little bit, enjoy life. Because, again, the season of the Major League season, any season in baseball, when you're in professional ball, can be a grind. So those day games with an off day behind them are always a lot of fun. And then you got the Boston Red Sox coming in here. For the weekend, there's going to be a lot of, what do they call them? What do they call themselves? What do Boston people call themselves? Bostonians, or what's the other?
Too many.
What's the other
nicknames
phrase?
that are not appropriate for
exactly
FCC
Those
regulations.
people are going to be in the building. Those people are going to be in the building this weekend. But you got an opportunity, and I don't think the Guardians did a very good job of fattening them up at all for Arizona this weekend, because the Guardians playing the final of their series in Boston, and it has not gone well for my team.
And DK, speaking of the building,
the
D-backs also got other great news today when Governor Hobbs signed into law Bill 2704, which appropriates $500 million towards renovations and will keep the Diamondbacks in Phoenix for the next 30 years.
There you go. There is nothing wrong with that right there.
It just depends who pays for it.
Yeah, exactly. Is Mexico going to pay for it?
I read originally that $250 was going to be from the Diamondbacks and some of their staff, but that number might be higher.
There you go.
But definitely taxpayers will be footing some of that bill
on
for
the
sure,
hook.
as always.
All right. DK on the sports tip, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let me know what you think about that, about the Diamondbacks winning 2 games in a row, not letting the nails go in the coffin. Like Torey said, we don't care what anybody says about us. I like this dude. I think he's the right guy. I still think he's the right guy, despite the fact this season has not gone the way that we all hoped that it would. All right, Friday night it'll be Eduardo Rodriguez, Saturday Brandon Pfaadt, and then Sunday Ryan Nelson. Those will be your 3 pitchers for the Snakes this weekend against Boston. I know there's a lot of Boston Red Sox fans here. Are you going to the game this weekend? Are you going to any of the games this weekend? I want to hear from you as well. 520-848-1290. Where are the Red Sox, as a matter of fact? They right now are in the second wild card spot. So they are in the postseason as we speak at 78-62. It's been a bounce back year for them. They've won 3 in a row, as I said, beaten up on my tribe. So they come in here, a very difficult team that you're going to have to beat this weekend. All right, cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported Oracle and Pushview Lane up north in Oro Valley. The foothills, Sunrise Drive in Swan. Also wreck on Craycroft to the north of 29th Street. So rain is possible around 4:15 this afternoon, possible. Rain expected tomorrow as well, with 88 as the high tomorrow and 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Ron. I'm the president of Alaskan AC. Our main job is keeping you comfortable, and we hope that puts a smile on your face. But we recently met someone we just made smile just by being on the radio.
I giggle every time I hear you guys come on. My daughter laughs at me because I can hear the jingle start and I immediately turn the volume up.
That's our new friend Charisse. Not a customer, just somebody who needed a laugh, and we just happened by.
My husband passed away 5 years ago. I was diagnosed with cancer 5 years ago. I fell into a very dark depression. You guys make me so happy, so I can't say thank you enough. I really, truly can't.
That's awesome. No matter how we made you happy, we just want to say thanks. You're the reason we've been keeping Arizona chill since 1972.
The Grizz cracks me up, and I've actually repeated it to people because some of them don't know who you guys are. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, oh, you have to listen to them. They're so funny.
Reach out anytime at alaskanac.com.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Whether you're new to Arizona or you've been driving here for decades, we all share the same roads and the same extreme driving conditions like extreme Arizona heat, extremely large potholes, some extremely flooded roads, and there's always extremely distracted drivers, pedestrians, and that guy who drives a scooter backwards into oncoming traffic. You're driving in the world's largest video game, stopping, starting, turning, heating up, and cooling down. And that's just your afternoon commute. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 award-winning locations have been helping drivers just like you get home safely for over 60 years. With top-quality tire brands, no hidden extras, and one low price. Jack Furrier has everything you need to stay in the game, like wheel alignments, batteries, brakes, air conditioning, service at prices that won't break the bank. Ask a neighbor or friend about Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's friendly service, or stop by, make an appointment online, or call ahead to the local's choice. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed.
Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing,
a neighborly company.
From the shadows of your bathroom comes a villain with 2 pinchers, 1 stinger, and 0 respect for your home.
Scorpions can make your home feel like a scary movie. At Blue Sky Pest Control, we rewrite the script. We keep scorpions out of your home, so your story stays drama-free. Call Blue Sky Pest Control today. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, scorpions.
This is Andrew Bogish with a Sports Minute sponsored by BetMGM. Own your moment, make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The LA Clippers may have circumvented the salary cap by giving Kawhi Leonard a multi-million-dollar no-show endorsement deal with a company funded by team owner Steve Ballmer. Something tells me the Clips will avoid serious trouble, if any, but we'll find out. Sketchy deals like these are more common than we thought. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Arizona only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. So let me start with a couple programming reminders for you. One, obviously we're going to have NFL football here on Wildcats Radio 1290. That starts tomorrow with the first game of the season. That'll be the Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys. We'll have that game for you, and that'll be a 4 o'clock broadcast time. So we will have a 1-hour show tomorrow. We'll be on from 3 to 4, and then we'll have NFL football starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow. We will also have the game on Friday night from Brazil, and that game begins at 4:30. Now, you may be a little bit confused in that you've been hearing the Rich Eisen show, not only on our station, but also on one of our competing stations here in town. That is because Rich Eisen obviously has gone back into the ESPN family. So his show is now, on terms of both his TV show and his radio show, are coming out through ESPN platforms. Our company, which is affiliated with the Infinity Sports Network, had a contract with Rich Eisen that went through the end of the year. That contract is continuing, so we will continue to have Rich Eisen on our air through December 31st or December 30th. I think actually that's all on a weekend this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Otherwise known as New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so we will have him through the end of the year, and then we'll have some type of new programming in that morning midday slot to begin the 2026 campaign. So there's that right there. Also, I did not mention, so we will not, I was told we will not have a popular feature we've had the last couple of years, but we will not be doing this year, unfortunately. We had been doing the Miller Lite Pigskin Challenge. We will not have that this year, but I mentioned that I do maybe have a spot in my 33 club. So if anybody's interested in getting in my 33 club, text at 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. It's very easy. You get one team a week, and all that team has to do is score exactly 33 points. They don't have to win scoring 33 points. They just have to score 33 points, and you can win the pot that week. So if you want to get in on my 33 club, I may just have one spot available for you to do that.
Bird League?
Bird?
Yeah.
What is? I don't know what that means.
Bird. Larry Bird. He wore number 33.
Larry Bird. Yeah, Bird League. There you go. Larry Bird, number 33. Exactly. Well, I would.
Kareem League.
Who's the most popular 33 that played football?
Yeah, there's a ton. I'll look it up. How's that?
That's a great question. Like I'm just you brought that up. I'm just racking my brain. Like who?
Famous Cowboy running back.
Famous Ronnie Harmon.
Nope.
No. Oh, Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsett.
So Hall of
33.
Famer. Yeah, Hall of Famer. Tony Dorsett. Yeah. Who else wore 33? I'm thinking
famous, very, very famous linebacker that has an award named after him.
Dick Butkus?
Nope.
No. Chuck Bednarik?
Ray Nitschke.
Ray Nitschke wore 33. Wow.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay.
Heisman winner Billy Cannon. OJ apparently wore 33 when he wasn't wearing 32 for a
maybe at the end of his career?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember OJ as 33. I remember as 32, obviously.
Yeah, 49ers maybe, or one of those teams at the end.
Yep.
Wow. So definitely Tony Dorsett, who went into the Hall of Fame with my father in 1994.
Sammy Baugh.
Sammy Baugh
wore 33.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we
Some
go.
good names in here.
All right. There we go.
But I think Larry Bird is the guy I think of. When I think of 33, I think of Larry Bird.
Yes. That's probably maybe the most famous athlete to wear 33. 520-848-1290. If you have your own 33 club, I'd love to hear from you. I've been running my 33 club now for about, it's so long, like maybe over 15 years now. I've been running my 33 club. It's the one thing I used to have an NCAA pool back in the day that I did for I probably did that for 12 years. But I stopped doing that just because it became too...
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it was... and the problem with it is I cannot find a program to do it the way that I did it because I had all these different scoring opportunities. And I haven't been able to find any type of program that can spit out all of my stuff.
Nowadays, you can commission a 14-year-old to make that app in his garage.
Probably.
And you can get that thing done real quick.
That is smarter than a 4-year-old or 14-year-old.
I wore 34.
Okay.
Through all my basketball playing days because 33 was taken by an upperclassman and 25 wasn't available.
Wait, so 25 was Mark Price?
Steve Kerr.
Oh, Steve Kerr. Okay.
Yeah, Steve Kerr.
Okay, there you go.
Also Mark Price. Big fan of Mark Price.
There you go. All right, so speaking of basketball, Eurobasket has reached the knockout stage. And, J-Dub, for the first time, Sweden has advanced. How many is there? 18? How many teams in the knockout stage? 16?
So there are. Let's see how many pools are there. Let me look up the standings really quick. I think there are four groups, and each group has 6 teams, and 4 teams make it from each group. So it's actually quite a lot of teams that make it to the knockout. 16 teams. So there's a total of 32. So,
okay.
Yeah. So 16 teams make it. And before today, DK, Sweden had never made it to the knockout stage. Now, what ended up happening was they finished 1-4, which isn't exactly a great record.
And they made it to the knockout stage?
However, they played in the same group with Montenegro and Great Britain, and they were waiting on Great Britain's final game to see what their point differential would be. And sure enough, Sweden snuck in with a minus 15 point differential, Montenegro minus 77, Great Britain minus 30. So, one, Pelle Larsson, we all know about what Lauri Markkanen has done with his home country's team, Finland. He is by far the best player ever to play for their country. Don't look now, DK, but Pelle Larsson is already creeping up on the list of famous Swedish basketball players. I had to look it up. There's only been 6 guys who have played in the NBA from Sweden. Pelle Larsson. And what if I told you that currently 10th in FIBA Eurobasket scoring per game is our own Pelle Larsson. He's really
10th. Wow.
10th in scoring. We're talking about a tournament that includes Giannis, Joker, Luka. There's a lot of big names in this tournament. Right now, Pelle Larsson is 10th in scoring, 19.5 points per game. Luka is first in scoring, and Lowry, third in scoring, 25.5 points a game. All 3 of those guys are filling it up. And last night, DK, or actually early this morning, I watched a bit of this game live when it was happening. I think it tipped off about 7 a.m. local time. Pelle Larsson got a chance to match up with his old Arizona Wildcat teammate, Azulis Tabelis. Is the first time that they've played against each other. Lithuania, obviously, is where Zoo is from, and Sweden. And here's a couple of baskets that Pelle made earlier today against his old teammate, Zoo.
And with that missed shot, Larsson gets out in front of everyone, and he just hammers that. This time they get it to Larsson. Larsson is open, and he ties it at 65 apiece.
Pelle Larsson.
19.5 points a game is his average. He's played 5 games. Again, Sweden 1-4 on the tournament, but they did make their first ever knockout round because Montenegro and Great Britain have worse point differentials, and that's the deciding factor in the tiebreaker.
So he's had games. So the 4 games of the knockout stage, Pella scored 10, 23, 28, and then 18 points in the game today.
Yeah, and he actually had a chance towards the end. Lithuania is a much better team. They finished 4-1. They're traditionally a very good one of the powerhouse Eastern European countries. They almost had a chance there down the stretch. Pella missed a open shot and made a bad read, but they came really close to getting that win. But really exciting to see what they can do. Hopefully they can get a win in the next round. The issue being, obviously, as one of the lower seeded teams from Group B, there's a big likelihood they're going to have to face off against one of the better teams like Turkey, who is killing everybody right now. There was a huge matchup today versus with Joker and Sengun, if you're familiar, from Houston. He's killing it with Turkey, and Sengun actually and his team came up on top of Nikola Jokic and the Joker today. So, yeah, Turkey's playing really well. Germany's obviously great. There's a lot of really tough teams. So Pella and Sweden are going to have their hands full, but it's a great momentous moment for that country to be able to see, for kids to be able to watch their home country mates playing in the knockout round in FIBA Eurobasket. It's a big deal.
Let's hear from one Pella Larsson on Sweden getting to the knockout stage of Eurobasket 25.
Obviously, that game, not the result you wanted, but the bigger deal, of course, is Sweden are into the knockout stages of Eurobasket. How does that feel?
It's an unbelievable feeling, first time that we make it, and I'm super proud over our team of working the past month, and everyone on our team has been making sacrifices, for our country and for the sport that we're trying to grow.
And obviously, the game that decided it was one you weren't playing, and was that made it tougher for you guys as players? You're waiting to see what Great Britain did. Was it hard to concentrate, prepare for Lithuania with all that?
That's the worst feeling ever. Feeling, you can't control it, and I couldn't watch it, to be honest. I was going to be too nervous watching that, and I'm always way more nervous when I have to put my faith in someone else's hands than my own, So I was just trying to get ready for the game like any other one, and my teammates kept me updated with their screams and whatnot.
And for those who wouldn't know, what will this situation mean for basketball in Sweden, knowing that you've done this?
It's first time ever, it's history, so we wrote history in our history books, and we can be very proud, and for the first time the kids in Sweden will be able to watch a playoff Eurobasket and see their own country, so that's huge.
Thank you.
What was the emotion in the team when the Great Britain finally won the game?
There was a lot of screaming going on, hugging. Pretty sure there's a video somewhere of us in the locker room, and just very happy. We've been working so hard for this whole summer. Ever since we got together, and it hasn't been easy, and maybe not the most, conventional way, but we made it, and that's what matters.
You were very close to upsetting Lithuania. What decided this game in the end?
The bench really brought us back into the game second half, and made some huge shots and got some stops, and then at the end we were trying to close it out, and I just didn't make the right play, and a few times in a row, and that just gave them stops, gave them confidence, and kind of slowed the game down for them. So I just got to do a better job decision making and getting some points.
DK, you got to love a superstar who's humble, right? And you might not think of Pella. Pella's always a role player here at the U of A, more or less, and he's that with the Heat when he gets on the court as well. But he is the superstar for his home country, Sweden. He's averaging 20 points a game, 10th in the tournament currently, but super humble. He's the first to admit that a couple of plays down the stretch there maybe didn't go his way. He'd like to have them over.
How cool is that, though, when you mentioned, obviously he is the superstar of his team.
Right.
Sweden.
Right.
Lowry is the superstar of his team.
The superstar.
Finland.
Yeah.
And both those guys are Arizona Wildcat alums playing in this tournament.
There is another super famous Arizona Wildcat who was born in Sweden. Do you know who that is?
Ooh.
But he's never played for their national team, and he's not known as being from there, but he was born there.
Born in Sweden.
We think of him as being from Los Angeles. Very famous.
Not Chase Budinger.
No, national championship famous.
Oh, national championship. Born in Sweden.
Miles Simon was born in Sweden. He was.
Really?
Yes, he was.
Wow. I was not aware of that. Could he play if
I don't
he wanted to?
think so. I know he never played for the Swedish national team, so I don't know. I've never looked into it to see if he would be eligible. I don't know if you have to have some ancestry there. I'm not sure the exact story. I always thought of him as being from L.A.
Yeah.
But I do remember reading a blurb that, he was born in Sweden.
Pelle Larsson averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Eurobasket 25. So his team is in. So the teams that are in, Germany, Lithuania, Finland, and Sweden from Group A.
And that's all 3 cats, DK. So all 3 cats. That's Zoo, Lowry, and Pella from all 3
group.
teams in the same group.
Turkey, Serbia, Latvia, and Portugal from Group A. You said Turkey was killing everybody.
Yeah, they're really good.
Greece, Italy, Spain, and Georgia. Georgia, obviously, in Russia. That is Group C. And Israel, Poland, France, and Slovenia in Group D. Not making it, Belgium, Iceland, Bosnia, Cyprus, Montenegro, Great Britain. Apparently, basketball's not the thing in London.
They actually look down their
Estonia
nose.
didn't make it?
No,
we
they
could have had none of our. Well, they're
I
too
looked
young.
it up.
All of our Estonia kids are too young, probably.
Kerr is from Estonia, right? And I didn't see that he made the national team this year. I looked it up, but I didn't see that.
Maybe in the future.
He made it.
So maybe in the future, we'll have an Estonia.
Someone's got to talk trash to Luka, and that's what Kerr's there for, right?
There you go. All right, DK on the sports tip. Much more coming up. 4 o'clock hour. We'll talk some Washington Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Bill is on the final 53. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. With some slowdowns, busy travel westbound Grant at I-10, westbound Speedway at Main Avenue, southbound Park at 22nd Street, westbound Ajo at Mission, and also some busy traffic on Keno Parkway near I-10. So a chance for some storms up until about 6 tonight. Tomorrow, rain expected with 88 as the high. 98 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
This is Ron. I'm the president of Alaskan AC. Our main job is keeping you comfortable. And we hope that puts a smile on your face. But we recently met someone we just made smile just by being on the radio.
I giggle every time I hear you guys come on. My daughter laughs at me because I can hear the jingle start and I immediately turn the volume up.
That's our new friend Charisse. Not a customer, just somebody who needed a laugh, and we just happened by.
My husband passed away 5 years ago. I was diagnosed with cancer 5 years ago. I fell into a very dark depression. You guys make me so happy, so I can't say thank you enough. I really, truly can't.
That's awesome. No matter how we made you happy, we just want to say thanks. You're the reason we've been keeping Arizona chill since 1972.
The Grizz cracks me up, and I've actually repeated it to people because some of them don't know who you guys are. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, you have to listen to them. They're so funny.
Reach out anytime at alaskanac.com.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Are you someone who has a passion for music and sports and is interested in starting a career in radio? Well, our promotions department is looking for hardworking, dedicated people to join our promotion street team. If you're outgoing, have a solid work ethic, and a flexible schedule, then this may be the job for you. For more information, visit wildcatsradio1290.com or apply now at cumulusmedia.com. Clean driving record required. Must be 18 years or older to apply.
Step into a world where rewards never end. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Every moment brings excitement. Every visit unlocks exclusive perks, free play, dining discounts, and more. From high-stakes action to luxurious experiences, your rewards grow with every play. Join today for endless benefits and unforgettable moments. Club Soul. Play more, earn more, experience more. Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bascoyaki Tribe.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text LEARN to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text LEARN to 323232 right now. Text LEARN to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's LEARN to 323232. Text LEARN to 323232 now.
Ugh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing.
A neighborly company.
KCUD Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 2 of our program, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Okay, the room has opened. The draft room has opened for my league, and you don't know where you're picking until the draft room opens. It just opened like 30 minutes before the draft because my fantasy draft begins at 4:30. I'm going to make my picks on the air. So I've got 16 teams in my league. I've got the 4th pick. I've got the number 4 overall pick in my fantasy draft. So who should I be taking? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Shoot me a call. Shoot me a text. Who should I take with my 4th pick? The top 5 ranked players are Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, and Jahmyr Gibbs. I believe I had Jahmyr Gibbs 2 seasons ago, so I really like Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Bijan. He's probably not going to be on the board at 4. But
well, the debate 2 weeks ago was if he should go 1. So chances are probably not there at 4.
No, probably not going to be there at 4. So I'm likely going to have either Justin Jefferson, Jahmyr Gibbs 5, Saquon Barkley 6. What's Neighbors' first name? Malik Neighbors? Is that his name? Malik Neighbors? I don't know all these first names. Sorry, these guys.
Yeah, Malik.
Malik Neighbors at 7 and Puka Nacua at 8. And then, Sam Brown from the Lions. He played at
Chase.
USC. He played at USC, I do believe. So maybe I might take him. We'll see. All right. Let's chat with John in Tucson. You're on DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Yeah, I want to do the 33 club.
John, you want in on the 33 club?
Yeah, what is it, an annual fee or monthly or weekly or what?
It's an annual fee, so it's $5 a week, 17 weeks, but you pay your entire season up front. You get one team every week, you're guaranteed a different team for all 16 weeks, because everybody will have one bye week where they have no team. And if your team scores exactly 33 points, you win the pot for that week.
All right.
So the first week, the first week's pot, the normal pot is always $160 a week. If nobody wins, then it becomes $320, and it can keep going up from there. Last year we had a pot that I believe was $1,100.
Nice. Did you win it?
I did not win it. No. I did not win it.
John,
I think because it turned over 8 consecutive weeks without somebody scoring 33. So we've had a $1,000 pot at least every year for the last 3 years.
John, if you hadn't have called in, I was going to have to call you, because when DK said that the Pigskin Challenge wasn't going to be happening this year, and that we were looking maybe for somebody to join the 33 Club, you're the obvious person that we both thought of. So I'm glad that you took the time to call in and are going to get a chance to join DK's 33s.
All right, DK, I need you to see if you want to get in my pool.
Ooh, what do you got?
It's about 40 or 50 guys in it, and you make your picks every week, but you rank the games on who's going to win, like 16 points on the surest thing.
Okay.
And down the line, down to 1 point, and they pay first and second place $100 and then $50, and then at the end of the year there's a payout too. There's about 10 places that get paid out, and it's accumulated throughout the year on your wins.
What's the entry?
$100.
Okay, I can do that. Cool.
All right.
So you're in my pool, I'm in your pool. That's how we roll, John Bailina.
Sounds good. Let's, I guess, do the emails and stuff.
Yeah,
I got your number.
Yeah,
I got your number, John. So I'll pass it along to DK.
Yeah, J-Dub will get all the particulars, and we'll make it happen.
John likes to send me photos from the top of Mount Lemon.
John,
so
I also have the number 4 pick in my draft coming up in 20 minutes and 15 seconds. Who should I take with the number 4 pick?
Is Puka Nacua available? He's the prettiest man in the NFL.
He is. He's ranked 8th, so he'll likely be available for me at 4. You say
Take
so.
him.
Puka Nacua, says John Bailina.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what if I told you that the official NFL.com Flex rankings has an Arizona Wildcat in the top 25?
Ooh. Would that be our guy?
Number 24.
No, he's number 24 overall.
Number 24. According to NFL.com's Flex ratings right now, number 24 overall from
Flex,
Carolina
the
Panthers.
Flex position. Yes, Tetro McMillan. Okay.
Yep, he's ranked as the 10th best wide receiver on the board.
There you go. I'll have to see if I can get T-Mac. All right, that sounds good. So yeah, I'll see. I'll consider Puka Nacua for my pick at number 4. John, appreciate it, man. We'll chat.
Okay, sounds good.
John Bailina. Okay, John is going to be in the 33 club. He is the last. He'll have the last position because I had one open. And so I got to work on that. I got to finish my sheet tonight and make sure everybody get that out tomorrow before the kickoff. We'll have that game for you, Dallas and Philadelphia, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Don't forget also this year, we'll have Monday Night Football on our sister station. Our sister station, which is Freedom 1400. We'll have the Monday Night Football games there this year. We'll also have a number of Monday Night Football games on this station because how ironic. I was looking at the schedule today. The Mondays where we are on bye and there is no Brent Brennan coaches show also happen to be the 2 Mondays. I think there's 4 Mondays where there's going to be 2 games.
Yeah.
There's going to be 2 Monday night games. It just so happens that 2 of those Mondays are the Mondays where we have no coaches show.
Nice.
So we'll have a game on both stations. So now the decision I've got to make, J-Dub, is do we take the early game here and don't do a show and take Monday off.
Can we wait to see which teams are good like they do with the flex scheduling?
Exactly. We'll have to. Well, the one game is like next week. So it's like, I don't know if we're going to know a whole lot after 1 week. And I think we're going to probably take, I think next week is the late game. One of the weeks is the Raiders. And I said, I think I want to take the Raiders over here. And so I think that's the late game. And then the other week, it's like the late game is the Jets and somebody. And
having grown up in Tucson, I will say that my experience is Raider fans and Cowboy fans far outnumber all other fan bases here in the Old Pueblo.
There we go.
Lots of Raider fans around.
All right. We are joined now by the third member of our program. Her name is Cricket. So Cricket, have you ever played fantasy football?
I don't think so.
No, do you know anybody that's played fantasy? Does your sister or your mom or anybody?
I don't know. Shannon might play that. Maybe. I don't know if that's her thing.
Okay. So my fantasy football draft is coming up. It's starting in 16 and a half minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to be making my picks on the air. All right. I'm going to give you 3 names. Okay? I'm going to give you 3 names of guys that will likely be available to me. I'll give you 4 names just for the hell of it. Okay. You tell me what name to pick, just based off which name you like the best. How about that? We'll
Scientific.
Isn't that what didn't your girlfriend do a pool like that once? J-Dub?
I made her an NCAA bracket 2 years ago with just the mascots.
Right, the
and
mascots.
not the school name.
I dig that.
There
That's
you go.
cool.
All right, I'll give you the mascots too. How about that?
Okay.
We'll do the names and the mascots. Justin Jefferson, Vikings. Jahmyr Gibbs, Lions. Saquon Barkley, Eagles. Malik Neighbors, Giants.
Vikings, Lions, Eagles, or Giants?
Vikings, Lions, Eagles, or Giants.
That's hard. I'm going to pick the Lions. Was that Jahmyr?
That's Jahmyr Gibbs. I had him 2 years ago on my team. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I like Jahmyr Gibbs. There's something about maybe taking Saquon Barkley because he's on the best team. He's on the team that won the Super Bowl.
Isn't he like back-to-back rushing leader as well?
Yeah, exactly. So I've had one suggestion for Puka Nacua, who was not on the list I gave you. And I've got a suggestion now for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Quick question. If Puka Nacua was one of those names, Cricket, would that have been the runaway winner?
Puka Nacua.
I think just because it's such an interesting, unique, fun to say. Say it again, please.
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua. It's also fun.
P-U-K-A.
Puka, first name.
N-A-C-U-A.
Puka Nacua. That's hard to say.
Reminds me of that comedy. Like, what was it? Pookie, Ray Ray, Lucretia, Baby's Daddy. Who was that comedian's name? Back in the 1990s.
Living Color.
Yeah. So one of those dudes. One of those guys. Puka Nacua. That's a good one. I think he went to BYU, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
He's a BYU guy. So that would not be that would be a very popular pick here as well. So I think I had him a few years ago, too. I know I've had Puka Nacua on my fantasy team.
He was a Husky also.
Ooh, like
both.
Washington Husky?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So he played at both schools.
He started at the University of Washington and transferred to BYU. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right. So Jahmyr Gibbs would be the pick, says Cricket.
Shouldn't we be talking about Powerball numbers?
Yes. Well, we were earlier.
Oh, you were. Oh, I missed it. Okay.
So come back. Well, actually come back at 5:15, and we'll talk about those numbers because I had to after I left here last night. I worked kind of a little bit late. After I worked, I went and got my tickets. I said I'm going to go get because I know I'll forget to do it tomorrow. So I just went and got them at the 7-Eleven last night. And I'd played Saturday. And I got a $4 winner, so I didn't. And I only buy 2 tickets. I don't like go overboard and buy. It's like some people buy 10 tickets, and I buy 2 tickets is usually the max.
Always,
I'll buy just for me. Now, if my wife sends me, I might buy a few more. But I got my tickets for free because I had a $4 winner from Saturday.
There you go. Maybe it's your lucky night.
Exactly. So So here's the thing. So I give the guy my my winning ticket because you know they have the machine there. You can kind of check your numbers. Mm-hmm. I give the guy my ticket, and he literally says to me, "How much did you win?" So I said, $4 million.
That's totally how much I won.
to see if he might actually give me $4 million out of his drawer.
I'm sure.
He would have said, no,
Probably a
you
check.
got to go downtown
gotta go
to try
talk
to
to
get
those
that much
people.
money. Yeah. And
Nice
so I was like, did he really just ask me how much? I was like, can I spend that into like him actually giving me more than I actually have coming to me on that ticket? Oh, no.
Nice try.
All right, so we'll go over everybody's numbers because it was. I want to talk. We'll talk about that. So come back in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll talk about numbers.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
We had that earlier, Crash Show, by the way, and this is your Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together in Oro Valley, Oracle and Pushview Lane and Oracle crash there. Tonight, bridge deck work on Swan south of River, Swan at the Rito. From 8 tonight till 7 tomorrow morning, you could use Craycroft instead. National Weather Service says possibility of storms up until about 6 tonight. Rain expected tomorrow with 88 as the high tomorrow, and it is 97 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SCORE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SCORE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SCORE.
Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 1290WILDCAT. That's code 1290WILDCAT to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 and over. Arizona only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expires 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
The Dell Technologies semi-annual sale is on with limited quantity deals on top tech. Save on select PCs powered by the latest 12th gen Intel Core processors like thin and light XPS 13 laptops, Inspiron laptops, and 2-in-1s. Plus, get savings on select accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Uh-oh, another plumbing disaster. Don't panic. Call the pros at Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions. From clogged drains to full-blown repipe repairs, our expert team is fast, getting repipes done in one day. Reliable, professional, and always ready 24/7. When water won't behave, Acclaimed saves the day. Call 520-200-1089 or visit acclaimed-drain.com. Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions. Trusted, local, acclaimed.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Whether you're new to Arizona or you've been driving here for decades, we all share the same roads and the same extreme driving conditions like extreme Arizona heat, extremely large potholes, some extremely flooded roads, and there's always extremely distracted drivers, pedestrians, and that guy who drives a scooter backwards into oncoming traffic. You're driving in the world's largest video game, stopping, starting, turning, heating up, and cooling down. And that's just your afternoon commute. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 award-winning locations have been helping drivers just like you get home safely for over 60 years. With top-quality tire brands, no hidden extras, and one low price. Jack Furrier has everything you need to stay in the game, like wheel alignments, batteries, brakes, air conditioning, service at prices that won't break the bank. Ask a neighbor or friend about Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's friendly service, or stop by, make an appointment online, or call ahead to the local's choice. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Super Bowl champion, 2,000-yard rusher, Offensive Player of the Year, and now Saquon Barkley adds another title to his impressive resume, becoming the #1 ranked player in the top 100. Barkley is just the second running back to hold the title in the top 100's 15-year history. In Kansas City, wide receiver Marquise Brown was a full participant in practice Wednesday after suffering an SC joint injury in Week 1 of the preseason. Head coach Andy Reid says Brown has looked strong ahead of their Week 1 showdown with the Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Patriots wideout Stephon Diggs is expected to suit up for Week 1 against the Raiders. It'll be his first game back since tearing his ACL last October. Giants quarterback Jackson Dart's performance in the preseason has earned him the backup role ahead of veteran Jameis Winston. Dart is listed as the #2 behind Russell Wilson on the team's unofficial depth chart. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, the pros play here. Many athletes have come through Tucson, born in Tucson, played at the U of A. Some of them and have gone on to play professional football, baseball, basketball. One of those players prepped here at Saguaro High School, went on to the U of A, and is now in the big leagues with the Houston Astros. Cesar Salazar, bizarre situation.
Weird. So weird.
Last night. Let's hear the game. It was the Yankees and the Astros in Houston. Yankees had a 2-0 lead with the bases loaded in the 5th.
High fly ball. Altuve back on the track, looking up. See ya! A grand slam for Grisham. His magical season continues. It's 6-0 Yanks.
Just a back-breaking swing. If you're Framber Valdez on the mound, 2 outs, bases loaded. Strike out Stanton, you got Grisham. Grisham finds the Crawford boxes.
All right, so Framber Valdez, one of the best pitchers in baseball. I mean, this guy is. I mean, you could literally maybe see a no-hitter every time you go out to see this guy pitch. He's that good, and he was in a little bit of a bind, down 2-0. Maybe didn't have his best stuff. Cesar Salazar, the Arizona Wildcat product, was behind the plate catching. And prior to that home run by Trent Grisham, they seemed to not be on the same page with the pitch they wanted to throw maybe in that situation. And Cesar Salazar was trying to get him to back off the mound, to just get off the rubber. Let's reset here and see if we can win this at bat.
And he wasn't in his windup, but he was almost about to get set.
Yeah. And he wanted him to back off. Framber didn't back off. He threw a meatball up there that Trent Grisham hit the other way. And if you've been listening to Jim Rome all day, Jim Rome just went all in on this situation. So 2 pitches later to the next batter, it looked like Cesar Salazar wanted Framber to throw something low in the zone, and he literally threw the ball fastball straight down the middle, and it clipped Cesar Salazar in the arm and hit him in the chest.
Yeah, he was setting up low and outside. So he was on the extreme bottom left of the plate.
So clearly a cross-up between the two. The belief, though, is that maybe this was an intentional cross-up by the pitcher.
To me, DK, his reaction after the ball hit Cesar Salazar in the chest tells me everything I need to know.
Immediately he just turned around and walked away.
He turned his back.
Yeah.
Number one, if that's a guy in your clubhouse that you're either friends with or at least professional associates with, and you accidentally throw a 95, 96 mile an hour fastball straight into your catcher's chest, you would think that your instant reaction would be, oops, sorry,
are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Right.
His instant reaction was to turn around and put his head down. Like there was some clearly he wasn't worried about Cesar Salazar's status after the pitch hit him in the chest.
Now, I don't know, I have not necessarily followed this whole situation today. I don't know, who initially, where this all kind of started, because I listened to, all 4 of the broadcasts, because, when we're looking for highlights for the show, I generally listen and try to find the best calls. I listened to all 4 broadcasts, and none of the broadcasters on either team brought it up or even felt it or even seemed to notice that it had happened. And so obviously we're in an age now where people see things, and it probably was something that someone on the internet saw and said, well, that didn't look right. That looked like something that might have been intentional. And so it all kind of flew from there. It had gotten to the point where clearly it was known about before the end of the game, because Cesar Salazar had to address it after the game.
You guys get crossed up earlier in the game at all?
No, they didn't get crossed up. Like I said, there was a good amount of Yankees fans, so it was pretty loud for the grand slam. Maybe my pitch gun wasn't in the right spot, so I pressed the wrong button.
I pressed the wrong button. I mean, again, that is a young player trying to diffuse the situation there.
This is one of the greatest pitchers in Major League Baseball on the mound with a guy who's played 22 games in the majors, DK. So what are you going to say in that situation?
Right.
Even if the case was that Cesar Salazar got hit intentionally in the chest because his pitcher didn't like the way he was calling the game. I mean, number one, I've never seen anything like that, if that's the case. But number two, what is Cesar supposed to say there? Right? I mean, he's basically a rookie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was definitely something like we haven't really seen. I've like you said, you've never seen that. I've never seen that. The look on Cesar's face.
That's it, yeah.
When it happened, bro, what the F?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't remember who was up to bat, DK. You said that the broadcaster didn't notice, but you know who did notice was the guy who was at bat at the time. So when the ball hit Cesar in the chest, if you have a chance to watch that clip out there, listeners, watch the batter and Cesar's reaction right after the ball hits him in the chest.
Apparently, I want to play something. There's been obviously they're playing tonight in Houston, and there's been some new stuff that's come out on this today. Joe Espada, who I believe is the general manager, if I'm not mistaken, the general manager for the Houston Astros. Apparently has addressed this today in the dugout prior to the game. I'm going to pull this up on this side, J-Dub. Let's hear from Joe Espada on the situation from last night.
So yesterday, I obviously met with Salazar and Valdez once I finished talking to you post-game. And I really wanted to get down to, number one was the asking him to step off. I wanted to know about the thought process, which pitch, who was calling which pitch and what. And I wanted to hear from both of them at the same time. I wanted to have a conversation face-to-face because I wanted to hear the truth about the whole entire thing that happened in that inning. I have a lot of respect for both players, and I truly believe that when we have these conversations that they're honest, and I want them to tell me the truth, and I want them to tell you guys the truth once they, talk to the media. So I don't want to get into specifics, but I do want to say that I want to put this behind us. There's a lot of speculations and stuff that is being said on media, which I don't read, but they make me, people tell me what's going on, and I don't like it. A lot of that stuff is not true, but I understand the environment and what comes with it, right? So I appreciate if we can just get past this and go back to, baseball.
That was Joe Espada. Now, Joe Espada is actually the manager. He is the manager of the Houston Astros. That was him in the dugout, I would imagine, earlier today, prior to today's game between the Yankees and the Astros.
Did he say anything?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Like, what I heard was, I want my players to be honest. Something happened. Let's move past it.
So I'm wondering, because he said, it sounded, but what he did say, and it sounded like to me, was he might not have been aware of the situation. And again, I don't know, because he said he talked to the players after he had met with the media after the game. So I'm wondering if maybe clearly nothing. I mean, one of the things I always look at was after the inning ends, if they come back and they address, so something happened in the dugout, because we've seen guys fight in the dugout or that kind of thing, or have words in the dugout. None of the broadcasts had anything coming out about anything that happened in the dugout after that half inning ended. So you wonder if it was even addressed during the actual game last night, and that maybe the manager didn't actually really know, because again, he's got a gazillion things going on. He might not have been watching that closely to see that it was a cross-up or whatever not. The youngster might not have ever said anything to him. So he goes into his post-game press conference, and all of a sudden now the media is asking about him, and like, well, maybe I need to go talk to my guys and find out what happened here. Because that's the one thing I got out of that, was it didn't sound like Joe Espada was even aware of it when he met with the media after the game last night.
You know what I've been hearing a lot in the past few hours, DK, is infinite damage control by Framber Valdez's agent, and that's never a good sign. No. I will say this. We'll know for certain if there's anything, if there is actually something between these two players. You know how we'll know? Because we'll have to watch to see if Framber Valdez gets caught by Salazar anytime in the near future, because clearly Cesar is, I think, their third catcher on the Astros, so he's not in every game. He's only, he hasn't played more than 20, 30 games this season. But if next time Valdez is up, if we see Salazar behind the plate, then we know it's a lot to do about nothing.
We have a short show, obviously, tomorrow. Oh, gosh. It's like 4:35. I'm going on and on. I hope I didn't miss my pick.
Auto pick.
Let's see here. Okay, nope. All right, first pick is
drum roll.
Nope. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Let me guess. You got Bijan anyway.
Yeah, I totally forgot my draft started at 4:30. So it went to auto pick, and my pick was Bijan Robinson.
Awesome. That's awesome.
There you go. So I completely forgot about my. See, Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Right, so now you have to pick all Southern Arizona athletes or Arizona Wildcats.
Bijan Robinson is my pick. How about? And I didn't even make it. because I was rambling on there about Framber and Cesar.
Maybe did your younger brothers pick before you? Because maybe they just thought, hey, maybe he's going to want Bijan.
Man, now I can't get back into the draft like where the board is. I can't. This thing is just not. The internet here is not really working well today. What was I going to say? Let's get to our BetMGM network because this game starts in 4 minutes. Let's get to our BetMGM network top play for today.
I'm Michael Jenkins here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. We're taking the Cubs on the money line against the Braves and backing Cade Horton, who is on the mound for Chicago. 9-4 with a 2.92 ERA, but that ERA drops to 1.71 when at home, and he has been dealing with just 4 runs allowed in 6 starts in the month of August, and the Cubs have won 5 of those games. Take the Cubbies on the money line. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books and download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, Cubs on the money line today. Again, that's minus 150, so you're not going to win a whole lot on that one right there. Your $12.90 bet will get you back about, what is that, about $8.60 or so, but that is the play for today. Also, let's see, we're over, so we'll come back and get you some of our NFL. We still got some futures we need to get through too as well. We'll do that a little bit later in the show. 520-848-1290. We're going to talk some NFL coming up next. We have got the writer from thecommanders.com, Zach Selby, will join us. DK on the Sports Tip. This is Wildcats Radio, 1290. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation, Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Some slowing on the westbound side of I-10 near Alvernon Way. Some busy traffic on Keno near I-10. And also for westbound Ajo Way approaching Mission. Golf Links and Houghton and Golf Links, a reported collision with some northbound slowing. So National Weather Service says there is a chance of storms up until about 6 tonight. Rain is expected tomorrow with 88 as the high tomorrow, and it is 97 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Discover luxury at BMW of Tucson, your premier BMW dealership. Explore our extensive inventory, lease specials, and state-of-the-art service. Visit us at the Tucson Auto Mall or at bmwoftucson.com today.
ABC Water and Air, your local comfort experts. Proudly serving Tucson and surrounding areas with HVAC and plumbing services you can trust. Fast, affordable, and reliable. Got a breakdown? They guarantee service within 24 hours. From AC tune-ups to plumbing inspections and duct cleaning, they've got you covered. Ask them about their True Tune-Up Gold Package. It's more than just a checkup. Call 520-812-1597 or visit abcwaterandair.com. ABC Water and Air, always bringing comfort.
Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 1290WILDCAT. That's code 1290WILDCAT to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 and over. Arizona only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Are you someone who has a passion for music and sports and is interested in starting a career in radio? Well, our promotions department is looking for hardworking, dedicated people to join our promotion street team. If you're outgoing, have a solid work ethic, and a flexible schedule, then this may be the job for you. For more information, visit wildcatsradio1290.com or apply now at cumulusmedia.com. Clean driving record required. Must be 18 years or older to apply.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Whether you're new to Arizona or you've been driving here for decades, we all share the same roads and the same extreme driving conditions like extreme Arizona heat, extremely large potholes, some extremely flooded roads, and there's always extremely distracted drivers, pedestrians, and that guy who drives a scooter backwards into oncoming traffic. You're driving in the world's largest video game, stopping, starting, turning, heating up, and cooling down. And that's just your afternoon commute. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 award-winning locations have been helping drivers just like you get home safely for over 60 years. With top-quality tire brands, no hidden extras, and one low price. Jack Furrier has everything you need to stay in the game, like wheel alignments, batteries, brakes, air conditioning, service at prices that won't break the bank. Ask a neighbor or friend about Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's friendly service, or stop by, make an appointment online, or call ahead to the local's choice. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing is your priority.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
This is Bill Ryder with a Sports Minute sponsored by BetMGM. Own your moment. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. So Joe Montana has added to the chorus of Patrick Mahomes' disrespect, omitting Mahomes from his list of quarterbacks he'd start a franchise with. The reality is jealousy and maybe a little fatigue from Mahomes' greatness has overshadowed this fact. Mahomes still defines the NFL. I'm Bill Ryder.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Arizona only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Week 1 of the NFL season is just 24 hours away. We will have the first game of the year. It is an NFC battle between the Cowboys and the Eagles. You'll hear it right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. One team that's trying to hold off the Cowboys and maybe get past the Eagles, a team that beat them in the NFC Championship game last year, is the Washington Commanders. Let's chat some Commanders for no other reason that Arizona Wildcat alum Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has made the final 53 heading into this first game of the season. And for the Commanders, it will be against the Giants, the New York Giants, at home to open up this season. Pleased to be joined by Zach Selby. He covers the Commanders for Commanders.com. And first of all, Zach, appreciate you taking some time to join us. Let me know, like, when the Commanders drafted Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in the 7th round, their final pick of the draft in April. What did you guys know about him? What did you learn immediately about this young man that played exactly one game here at the University of Arizona?
Well, you're right. I mean, it's a pretty brief history with Arizona for sure. And that last day of the draft, particularly in the last 10 picks, is kind of a scramble. You're trying to get into a press conference. You're trying to get at least some sort of information on whoever they drafted. And the one thing that we learned pretty quickly is that he likes to be known as Bill, just Bill, nothing else. And then he started to take a look at what his tape is, debating about his history, not just with Arizona, but previous history and previous stops. And you say, oh, wow, this guy he's got a little bit of a shake to him. He's got a little bit of a wiggle to him. He's quick, he's fast, he's decisive. And I think all those things are very clear once you looked at him on tape. And then you get to know him as a person. And he's just an incredibly humble kid. He's always talking about things that he needs to work on. He's never talking about these accolades or success that he had in previous stops or what this means to him. He's very much like, look, I'm a 7th-round pick. I have to earn my spot. And now this guy, from the moment he was drafted, this fan base has been in love with him, saying he's going to be this, he's going to be that. And now I've had, as the team reporter and as someone who is covering a 7th-round pick, you have to say, okay, we believe it, but we have to kind of calibrate our expectations here. And this guy he's risen up to every single challenge that he's had so far. And he looks really good. He looked really good in camp, looked really good in the preseason, had that touchdown run against Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football in preseason. It's really exciting to see what he can do. And I cannot wait for week 1, specifically to kind of let him get loose a little bit, because you really do see the traits that have everybody so excited.
Was that evident right when obviously he gets drafted and then you go right into the rookie camp? Was it evident in rookie camp that he might have a shot to make the team?
Well, it's tough during rookie minicamp because they're going through the basics. They're learning the offense, right? They're like, this is our base stuff. This is our day 1 installs, their day 2 installs. Nothing too crazy. And plus, they're not in pads. They're not in pads. Like they're doing a lot of through the motion stuff. But I think once you started to see OTAs and mini camp, and then certainly in training camp, then you started to see, okay, well this kid actually does have something here. I think he's got that vision. He's got that decisiveness that I talked about, and he had a little bit of a thump to him. I think he laid a hit on Tyler Owens, one of our safeties, and he shook it off like it was nothing. And that kind of stuff, as a former offensive lineman, that stuff gets me excited, seeing those really well executed run plays and seeing all that physicality at the line of scrimmage. That gets me really pumped up. So the potential is through the roof. And again, he's only had a couple of snaps, but I'm telling you, this fan base is really excited about what this guy. I mean, the hype. I don't think there's ever been a 7th-round pick, at least since I've been here, that has gotten as much hype as Bill Krosky-Merritt.
Zach Selby joining us. He covers the Washington Commanders, in-house reporter for Commanders.com. It's a loaded running back room. Brian Robinson obviously was dealt away. Walk me through just kind of what the total mindset of that was for the Redskins or the Commanders. I mean, I'm really going back now. The Commanders to feel comfortable dealing a veteran like Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I was here whenever Brian Robinson was first drafted, and it was a little bit of a surprise, I think, whenever it was announced that, reported that he was getting shopped, and then eventually the move to trade him. And I think, Adam Peters and Dan Quinn said it best. Like, it really didn't have anything necessarily to do with Brian Robinson as a person, as a player. They obviously liked his skill set, but they also liked what they had at other spots in the room. They knew it was going to be competitive. They knew they were going to have to make some tough decisions there. And I think they didn't want to get rid of Bill because of what he'd shown. They didn't want to get rid of Austin Eckler because of his veteran leadership. They didn't want to get rid of him because of his overall talent that he still has. And Chris Rodriguez has come on. And I think Jeremy McNichols, on top of that, is a really good special teams player, also has that veteran leadership. So they're in a tough position here, and they'd have to make a really tough cut. And it would have been that way regardless. I just think that what the 4 running backs they have in the room now allow them to do is diversify the pass game a little bit more, have some options out of the backfield. Because remember, they only have 5 wide receivers this year. So they have these pass catchers in Eckler, in Bill, and a little bit of McNichols and Rodriguez to kind of bring a little bit along there in some screen action and things like that. So again, tough decision, but I think they feel really strongly still about the guys they have.
Does Krosky-Merritt have a chance, you think, to be active Sunday? What's his special teams outlooks look like?
Yeah, I actually do think he has a shot to be active. And I know it really goes against the grain to have more than 3 running backs active. But I think he's really come on in special teams. I think that's really what was an ultimate deciding factor for him, as well as like Chris Rodriguez and Jeremy McNichols. Like they all have these really good special teams ability. And as the guy who's 4th on the unofficial depth chart, you have to be able to do some of that. And I think he has a shot to do that. And now I think also to point it out, like just because he's the 4th running back on the depth chart doesn't mean he's not going to get carries. I think that's going to be the case. But I think they have very much a committee approach to that running back room. So whoever has the hot hand is going to get the bulk of the carries. And I think Bill has shown that he can get a hot hand whenever he needs to. So I think the special teams ability is definitely there. But also I think like they really feel confident in what he can do in the backfield with the ball in his hands. I think that's going to help him out a lot too.
Zach Selby, Commanders.com, is our guest. First week of the NFL season. Washington will host the New York Giants on Sunday. Second season, Jaden Daniels comes in as a rookie last year out of LSU, and prior to that out here in the desert at Arizona State, leads the Commanders to their first NFC Championship game in forever. So what's Act 2 for Jaden Daniels? What are the expectations for him in terms of where they want to see improvement?
You know, it's funny you mentioned expectations, and he was asked about that a lot in today's press conference, and he just had one word to say: interesting. Because he doesn't pay attention to any of that stuff. He doesn't. I know a lot of people say that, but I think he really doesn't like pay attention to that stuff at all. And I think it's going to be a hard act to follow for him. And I mean, everyone talks about the dreaded sophomore slump and the tougher road schedule with tougher opponents, tougher defense, all that other stuff. And I think a good second act for him, I think a good second act for this team overall, is to show that you can maintain that success, right? Because they came out and just lit the world on fire with these 4th down conversions. They're going for it all the time. They're putting up points all over the place. Their third down conversion is through the roof. They're running the ball really well. Jaden is pulling these rabbits out of his hat, doing all this kind of crazy stuff. And a lot of that stuff is not going to be sustainable just because like the nature of the NFL. No, they're probably not going to be the best 4th down conversion team in NFL history again. But they have to show that, yeah, like there's a proof of concept. That, yeah, like there were some outliers there, but it's still a really successful system. We're still going to rely on 5. We're still going to be able to rely on the protection. And we got Terry up there. We got Debo now. We're going to try to stretch the field a little bit more. So I think that's going to be a big barometer of success for him, to show that I'm not just an outlier. I'm not just somebody who's going to go away in a puff of smoke after my first season. I'm here to stay. And it might not be historically great, but it's still going to be pretty good enough to be competitive against some of the top teams in the league.
You mentioned, obviously, some of the weapons around him, getting Terry McLaurin's deal done. Huge, obviously, for a young quarterback like Jaden Daniels. And then he was only here for 2.5 seasons, but a favorite out here in the desert, Zach Ertz. How much does Zach have left in the tank?
I think he still has a lot left in the tank, honestly. And I think whenever you come in here last year, he's an older player, and you kind of wonder, okay, is this going to be his last stop? Is he, what is he really going to offer? And he offers a lot still. And he said multiple times, this is the healthiest he has been in a long time. And you see that. You really do see the proof of concept is there. I mean, you think about that long reception he had against the Falcons when they needed to get that win to get in the playoffs. And I didn't know he still had that left, honestly. But he still has the dark arts of route running, as my friend analyst Logan Paulson likes to describe it. He knows how to use coverage and leverage to get these soft spots and find reliable ways to get himself the ball. And I think he's still a really good blocker too. I think that's something that cannot be overlooked, especially in this offense where they rely on the run so much. So he's still an all-around guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays another couple of years. I think he can stay here as long as he wants. Not to speak for Adam Peters or anything, but he really is. He is a key cog in this offense, and it would look very different without him.
Zach Selby, our guest, Commanders.com. And obviously, let's talk about old heads on the defensive side of the ball. Von Miller and Bobby Wagner in the linebacker position. What's the hope for adding 2 grizzled guys like that that have seen a lot of time and played in a lot of big games?
Well, it's similar to with Zach Ertz. I think they still think they have something to contribute, and I think for Vaughn, it really depends on what his usage is. Like, is he a defensive player of the year candidate like he was in previous years? Probably not, no. But he is still one of the best pass rushers in league history. He's the active leader in sacks. He still has a lot of athleticism. I think it's all about, like I said earlier, calibrating what he does best. And right now what he does best, better than anybody, is getting quarterbacks on the ground. He said during training camp that he can still roll up out of bed in his house shoes and still take quarterbacks down. And I believe him because he's very in shape. He's very athletic. And I think with Bobby Wagner, they're adding some veteran leadership, but also he did have another 100-tackle season, and he's tied the league record for most consecutive 100-yard tackles with London Fletcher, who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Just point that out there. But yeah, I think they can still get something out of these guys. It's all about finding what they do, picking their spots, and just highlighting what they do best, which is something this coaching staff is really good at.
Zach, Washington wins the East because they did what?
Oh my gosh, put me on the spot here. That's crazy. I think they improved their defense. I think that was a key emphasis for this offseason. And obviously you have the big news like the trades for Deebo Samuel, the trades for Laramie Tunzel. But some of the best moves, in my opinion, that they made were getting bigger up front on the defensive line with Eddie Goldman, with Jacob Martin, with guys like that who can set the edge and stop up running lanes, and also the cornerback room and the secondary. I think that has been the most stark improvement that I've seen year over year, because you obviously Marshawn Lattimore, who was a little bit banged up, still learning the defense last year, he has come on extremely well. You haven't heard that much about him, but that's a good thing as a cornerback. You don't want to hear that much about your corners. And then Trey Amos has been – they thought he was a first-round pick heading into this season, and he is absolutely fit the bill. Even though he was taken in the second round, they were surprised when he fell to them. He has been just a stud. And then they have other guys like Mike Sanderson is going to move back into the slot. They have Jonathan Jones. They have Will Harris back there at safety, who's going to maybe diversify their coverage a little bit more. Not going to be as physical as Jeremy Chin, but is going to allow them to do some more interesting, fun things in coverage, like play more man, which I know the defensive coordinator Joe Witt wants to do. I think this defense is going to be – I think that's the main story this year. Like, oh, yes, the offense is going to be – I don't think they're ever going to be like they're going to drop off. But this defense, especially going against teams like the Eagles, who are at the top – I mean, the Cowboys, I know, like, they still got CeeDee Lamb. Like, they have the Chiefs are on the schedule. Like, the Lions are on the schedule. There's a lot of top-tier offenses that they have to face. And if this defense can hold their own and just prove that they're better, then I think they're going to be a lot more competitive for that top spot in the division than they were last year.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. It starts Sunday at home for the Commanders against the New York Giants. Zach Selby covers the Commanders for Commanders.com. Zach, appreciate you taking some time to tell us how things are going for probably the most popular kid that played one game ever for the Arizona Wildcats, Bill Jacory Krosky Merritt. Thanks a lot, Zach.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
DK on the Sports Tip. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Auto Nation, Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Some slowing on the westbound side of I-10 near Alvernon Way. Some busy traffic on Keno near I-10. And also for westbound Ajo Way approaching Mission. Golf Links and Houghton and Golf Links, a reported collision with some northbound slowing. So National Weather Service says there is a chance of storms up until about 6 tonight. Rain is expected tomorrow with 88 as the high tomorrow, and it is 97 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Are you someone who has a passion for music and sports and is interested in starting a career in radio? Well, our promotions department is looking for hardworking, dedicated people to join our Promotion Street team. If you're outgoing, have a solid work ethic, and a flexible schedule, then this may be the job for you. For more information, visit wildcatsradio1290.com or apply now at cumulusmedia.com. Clean driving record required. Must be 18 years or older to apply.
This is Ron. I'm the president of Alaskan AC. Our main job is keeping you comfortable, and we hope that puts a smile on your face. But we recently met someone we just made smile just by being on the radio.
I giggle every time I hear you guys come on. My daughter laughs at me because I can hear the jingle start, and I immediately turn the volume up.
That's our new friend, Charisse. Not a customer, just somebody who needed a laugh, and we just happened by.
My husband passed away 5 years ago. I was diagnosed with cancer 5 years ago. I fell into a very dark depression. You guys make me so happy, so I can't say thank you enough. I really, truly can't.
That's awesome. No matter how we made you happy, we just want to say thanks. You're the reason we've been keeping Arizona chill since 1972.
The Grizz cracks me up. And I've actually repeated it to people because some of them don't know who you guys are. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, oh, you have to listen to them. They're so funny.
Reach out anytime at alaskanac.com.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
It wasn't a long career for Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt here in Arizona.
And Krosky-Merritt in the backfield. Then he'll get his first handoff. Big hole right side. Breaks at 20, 25. Breaks another tackle out to the 30. And a first down for Arizona. So there you go. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt grew up in Montgomery, Alabama. And boy, is he something to watch. And he's got power at 5'11", 208.
Yeah, he's exciting. He's done that all camp. I've been really impressed with his ability to make reads in the hole and in his acceleration. He's a complete package.
Great to talk to Zach Selby about how Ja'Cory has translated in his first NFL camp with the Washington Commanders to make the final 53 as one of the 4 running backs that the Commanders will take into this season. Let's hear from head coach Dan Quinn on his running back room that includes Austin Eckler now at the front of it.
The running back situation, how do you feel like that can break down? I'm sure you don't want to give away all your plans, but just how do you assess that group going into this game?
Yeah, you loved having some versatility, with the group, and I think it's no big, secret what Austin can provide in space and getting the ball in that way. That's one of his superpowers. So as we're growing that, I think it'll take some time, John, to get into that space and who's excellent in what spaces and how do we do that. But I don't think that's in one game. But I do like this group. I really do. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. They all bring, some things to the table that's unique, special teams roles, offensive roles, and that's what I like about it. That's our job, to find the strengths and pull them out of these guys and see what they can do. And it's a fun part of the process of coaching too.
When Austin signed here last year, he kind of shared with us in his introductory press conference that one of the reasons he came here is because he understands he's not kind of that bell cow guy, and he needs to be part of a rotation and all that stuff. Certainly can lead the group. But how much of that fact was kind of a factor in keeping 4 backs on the 53?
It was that. It was special teams. And I just think, David, it's different than it was, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. And we'll see if how many more teams are covering and returning kicks. You know, that is it going to be as high as ours was in terms of covering? I don't know. But I do think the safeties and the running backs are sometimes your most hellified special teams guys and have spaces to go and make impact based on their speed and toughness. So those two positions often are times are right in the middle of it all, and the return game especially.
All right, that was Dan Quinn, the head coach of the Washington Redskins, just talking about his running back room, which obviously includes Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Bill, who played one game, and you heard one of the big runs he had there in that game last year against New Mexico here for the Arizona Wildcats.
I got a question. You're so well versed in the history of the NFL. They changed the rules on kickoff returns and punt returns, right, to try to maintain player safety. Back in the day, it used to be Willie Gault. It used to be like sprinters from the Olympics were running back kickoffs. Why? Because there was a lot of open space for them to roam around in. With the changing of the rules, it seems to me like having a running back skill position player running the ball through traffic maybe actually get you more positive yardage. Obviously, you might not have a guy break an 80-yard return, but you know they're talking quite a bit about incorporating that running back room into the return game. Does that make sense to you with the changes and the fact that there isn't as much space out there for those guys to do their thing?
Well, I don't think there's any question about that because, I mean, obviously running backs are more in tune to trying to find those holes from the backfield. And now you've got, again, it's not, you don't have the kick team running down. Everybody's kind of jockeying right there within 5 yards. So it's almost like a massive offensive line play. Yeah. Kind of happening there. So, I mean, that makes total sense that the running back might be the guy you would want back there because they're used to trying to find those creases in the line of scrimmage. And so certainly we'll have to take a look at that and see who some of these teams are using back there in that situation.
I'm used to defensive backs, right? I mean, those guys like Chris McAllister, right? Like the guys who have the ability to, make moves when needed and obviously have great hips. But maybe not the greatest hands. Otherwise, they probably would have been a wide receiver. But unbelievable quickness and ability to change direction. Traditionally, in my mind, has always been some of the best return guys. But the return game, I mean, you can look up and down the stats, and they clearly made an effort to protect players. And the return games are pretty much non-existent these days.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. What do you think is going to be the prospect for Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt this season? All right, in my draft, so I've had some technical issues here with my draft, and, of course, I missed my first pick because we were talking about Cesar Salazar and Framber Valdez, but my first pick was Bijan Robinson. It took Bijan Robinson for me, so that there's nothing I'm not unhappy about that, to say the least, that I got a chance to get
I think
Bijan
you should
Robinson.
call your team name Network Connectivity Issues.
Network Connectivity Issues. There you go. The first pick was Jamar Chase. Then Saquon Barkley went 2. The surprise was that I didn't even have Marvin Harrison high on my board, but one of the guys took Marvin Harrison at 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
3?
3, exactly. So there you go. So then I had Bijan. It automatically selected. It's the only pick I've actually made because I've made 2 picks now. So because I had to go to I couldn't. So for some reason I haven't been able to do it on my phone. Like my phone is just acting up. So I finally was able to get it up on my laptop here. So I did take T-Mac in the I don't know what round that is. I took T-Mac, and then I took with my next pick I took Tyler Loop. So I'm 4 picks away.
Of course. You have to. Come on.
Exactly. So I'm 4 picks away from my latest pick here. I think I'm going to grab the Cardinals defense with my next pick here. So I've got, who else do I have here? I've got Brock Bowers is my tight end. I've got Ladd McConkey as one of my wide receivers. And I've got Jamison Williams from the Lions but I don't think he's actually signed yet. So that might be, I hope he signs before Sunday. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's one of my other guys. So we'll see how it rolls out. All right, 2 picks away. So I think I'm going to take the Cardinals defense here. Who should I pick with my next pick? 520-848-1290. Hurry. I think we get a minute in between. So I got probably less than 2 minutes before my next pick.
NFL.com has Marvin Harrison Jr. as the 21st best wide receiver available.
21st best wide receiver.
Correct.
And he was taken 3rd overall.
Correct. I mean, he put on 25 pounds, right? I mean, everybody's seen his physique has changed. Second year could be a big jump, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just a big Marvin Harrison Jr. fan. Or maybe they're a Marvin Harrison Sr. fan.
Quite possibly.
Picking his son because of how much of a Colts fan they are.
Quite possibly. The highest ranked defenses left actually are the Bengals and the Browns, who play each other this weekend. So I'm going to take the Cardinals over those two. I'm going to take them over my Browns. How about that?
Well, I think the rule was Southern Arizona or Browns. So
you might have heard it. It said my team is now on the clock. Now the auto pick says I should take Jordan Brooks, linebacker, Miami. But I'm going to take the So should I take the Browns defense or the Cardinals defense?
I mean, I think I like the Browns / Southern Arizona.
All right, I'm going to take the Browns defense. So I'll take the Browns defense there. All right, so the pick. So I have another pick because it rolls back around, so it's coming back around. So I have another one coming up here in 6 picks. All right, it is lottery night here in Arizona. It is the $1.4 billion Powerball is what it is.
It's a lot. I read it was the 5th largest drawing in American history. I don't know.
Largest in American history.
That's what I read, yeah.
Wow. $1.4 billion. All right, so cricket.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pick your numbers? Like, what's the strategy for your numbers?
I pick like birth dates of like family.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you guys?
Yeah, that's the same thing. So I have my birth date, which is 10 and 5. I have my wife's birth date, which is 8 and 29, because her birthday was last week. And then, so that's 4 numbers there. So it's 5 and 1. So my 5th number is the number that my dad wore, which is 44 in the National Football League. And then my Powerball number is the number that my uncle wore primarily in Major League Baseball, which was 18.
Okay.
So those are my 5 + 1 numbers that I play. Who are the people's birthdays that you use? Do you use your birthday or other people?
My mom's, my nieces, my nephews, my other niece. And I picked just
how many cards you're playing a lot of cards.
I'm not actually gonna play at all.
No,
I never play because
whenever
I do, I spend a few a few bucks.
You know the motto.
You can't win.
You can't win the lottery unless you play the lottery.
What are the chances better if you get the quick pick, like when the computer picks your number?
I don't know if the chances are necessarily better. I usually buy one quick pick. So I play one set of my own numbers, and I buy one quick pick. Although I have a card, I do have you don't have the card wallet. Like with all you can put all your slips in there
on one thing or whatever.
Well, I have this thing. It's like a carrier, and I have like 6 different slips in there with different numbers on them.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you're not.
So you're a professional.
You're not a lottery nerd.
I'm not. I should be. Maybe I wouldn't be working every day.
So last night I played. I have one card that has my numbers and my wife's numbers. So I played that card last night.
Okay.
Tonight. We're for tonight. But I bought it last night.
Well, good luck. Are you playing?
See. How about
Dub?
you, J-Dub?
Yeah, I do. I usually do 1 or 2 tickets when it gets a really big pool like this. I did birthdays, and then I did a fortune cookie.
Ooh.
Oh, smart. Oh, okay.
Like a recent fortune cookie?
Like a fortune cookie that said,
stockpile fortune cookie numbers.
Yeah, it's from years ago. I don't know if it was on our fridge, and I just happened to walk by and I saw it. And I'm like, oh, these have numbers on the back, don't they? But it said something along the lines of, you'll come into great wealth and do good with it, or something along those lines. I'm like, well, hey, that's some good karma. Let's just use those numbers on that back.
That's a good fortune.
What's the most? The most I've ever won? I think I won Oh, I'm up again. My draft is up again. The most I've ever won. Who am I taking here, J-Dub?
Priorities.
Like, who's left?
Ladd McConkey.
I already took Ladd McConkey.
Oh.
Like, who's U of A left or is there any defensive players that I don't know. Oh, gosh, I got to make a pick here.
Pick the best name. I think Cricket wants you to pick the best name.
I'll take a defensive lineman here. Do we have any defensive linemen from U of A? Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to
Bro,
take.
if there were defensive linemen in the NFL from U of A, there would have been some Rose Bowls in our past.
All right, I'm going to take Leonard Williams. He went to USC. So there you go. It's a USC pick.
Close enough.
Leonard Williams, my defensive. Because we have defensive players on our fantasy team. So we have a lineman. You can take one lineman, one linebacker, and one defensive back, and a full defense. So there you go. I lost my train of thought about what I was saying in terms of the lottery. Yes. We'll come back to that later because, I've just got too many things happening at once.
Since you're not playing cricket, when DK or myself win the $1.7 billion, we'll get you something nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can we celebrate with Snoop Dogg champagne?
Oh, Snoop Dogg. What is, does he have his own champagne too?
Yeah, it's a Rose, Cali Rose.
Cali Rose?
19 Crimes.
We'll get a full case. Cali Rose.
Fancy.
Everybody can have their own bottle.
Yes.
That's how we'll do it. Bottles for everybody.
Perfect.
Popping champagne.
You get a bottle, and you get a bottle.
And you get a bottle.
Everybody gets a bottle.
All right. Cricket's getting. So is it raining yet?
No.
No, not yet.
Sorry.
Okay. Trey Deb said something about a hurricane.
What?
Yeah.
In the Gulf of California. right
okay.
now.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Okay.
Not today, but Saturday, Sunday potentially.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives, not playing the lottery. She can't win, but I can.
And from the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Westbound I-10 near Alvernon, a collision off in the median, not blocking, but there are slowdowns on the westbound side of I-10 approaching and passing Alvernon Way. Earlier wreck at Golf Links and Houghton and Golf Links. There is a chance of rain into this evening. For tomorrow, rain is expected 88 the high tomorrow and 95 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Wow, this is bad.
Oh, no. How bad? When will my AC be fixed?
I don't know. It's your flux capacitor. They don't make them anymore. Special order. Couple grand easy.
Oh, my God. What?
Don't get air-conned into paying for shoddy service and stuff you don't need. Put Goodfellas on the job. Goodfellas AC will repair or install your AC the right way the first time. You'll know up front exactly what it'll cost and how long it'll take. No surprises and free second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/thereason to get started.
Save now on the products you need for your vehicle at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Mix and match O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner or O'Reilly Carburetor Cleaner and get 2 cans for $7. Our professional parts people can help you find all the parts and supplies you need for your vehicle. Visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wow, it's so good to finally be back home.
Is it me, or is it musty?
Oh, damp. Check the bathroom.
Damp!
The basement?
Damp!
damp red!
So we don't have to move?
Eliminate damp, musty smells by trapping excess moisture. Get rid of the damp with Damp Rid.
Sean Furrier here for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Whether you're new to Arizona or you've been driving here for decades, we all share the same roads and the same extreme driving conditions like extreme Arizona heat, extremely large potholes, some extremely flooded roads, and there's always extremely distracted drivers, pedestrians, and that guy who drives a scooter backwards into oncoming traffic. You're driving in the world's largest video game, stopping, starting, turning, heating up, and cooling down. And that's just your afternoon commute. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 award-winning locations have been helping drivers just like you get home safely for over 60 years. With top quality tire brands, no hidden extras, and one low price. Jack Furrier has everything you need to stay in the game, like wheel alignments, batteries, brakes, air conditioning, service at prices that won't break the bank. Ask a neighbor or friend about Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's friendly service, or stop by, make an appointment online, or call ahead to the local's choice. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports, putting professional soccer in the spotlight with the NWSL. In their 5th season of league play, the Kansas City Current appear poised for a deep playoff run. KC sits atop the NWSL standings with 15 victories on the year, 6 more than the next team in line. Most recently, Kansas City stayed undefeated at home with a 2-0 victory over the North Carolina Courage. After falling short with a loss in last year's semifinals, the Current have clinched a playoff spot once again. Behind a loaded roster that includes second-year standout midfielder Claire Hutton, Kansas City is focused on capturing its first ever NWSL championship.
Job's not finished. We have a lot to do. I think we have 8 games left of the league. We want to finish out winning every single game, taking our points, whether we're home or away, and we're here to win a championship. We're not here just to win the league. We're not here just to make playoffs. We're making a difference this year.
With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Amy Lawrence on Westwood One.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
Hold it.
Like you know to check the assembly instructions first.
Hold it.
Before building the bookcase.
And done. Whew. You can let go.
Yeah, checking first is smart.
Ugh.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, I'm on the clock again for my draft. Arizona Kelly. I need a linebacker here. So do I take Bobby Okriki from the Giants? TJ Edwards from the Bears? Or Jamian Sherwood from the Jets? I got 17 seconds.
I think
to make a
cricket
decision.
likes Bears better than Jets.
I'm going to take. Oh, there you hear the. I'm going to take TJ Edwards. All right. So TJ Edwards is my linebacker pick for my fantasy team.
Network connectivity issues 2025.
There you go. Always do it on a computer. Never try to do that stuff on your phone. It's just it doesn't work out. Does not work out. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can call us. You can text us. Our guy Paul in Phoenix checks in on the text groove. He said, David, if you win the big Powerball tonight, I will let you buy me a beer at the Cardinals versus Carolina Panthers.
What a nice guy.
In a couple weeks. I think I'm going to that game because that's the night that we play. The
Friday,
Wildcats play Friday night. And so my wife and I are going to go and watch Ohio State football with some friends of ours up in Phoenix. We're going to go watch Ohio State play with them on Saturday at a place, and I think we're going to stay overnight and then go to the Cardinals game on Sunday. That'll be our one. We try to get to one Cardinals game every year, so that'll probably be the one.
If you're not a Buckeyes fan in Ohio, do you hate them?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, like,
I know there's a lot of Michigan people that live in Ohio, so
well,
I'm sure they hate them.
No, I don't mean because you root for a rival. I just mean like because you're sick of how successful they are and all your buddies, wearing the gear. Those state schools that are like 100 years of success, DK, generational success. I imagine if you grew up there and you're not an Ohio State Buckeye fan, you're probably not too happy about it being shoved in your face all the time.
Quite possibly. They can be obnoxious like the Yankee fan base. Buckeye fans can be a little obnoxious for sure. For sure. In fact, I had to take my mom to an appointment this morning, and her eye doctor, he's a Buckeye. He's had his big Ohio State degree up on the wall. Dr. McCaffrey, I think it was Dr. McCaffrey over at Arizona Eye Consultants on Speedway. He's a Buckeye. But Buckeyes are all over. They are all over Southern Arizona. Yeah. They got big club every day. They watch the games. Pack Trident 2 every Saturday for the game. So it's a good time. All right, we are going to be talking to Mia Wincy coming up in our last segment. She is one of the fabulous triathletes at the University of Arizona, and her season is off to a great start. And they've got a meet coming up this weekend. So we'll talk to Mia Wincy. Also scheduled to be on the show Friday is Braden Burries from the Arizona men's basketball team. We will chat with one of the incoming freshmen for U of A. Smooth. As they're actually less than a month, about a month away from the Red Blue game, and that is going to be a huge night because Shaq's going to be here for the post-move party. Last year, post-move has gotten so big, they moved it from Gentle Ben's last year to Beardown Field this year. And I think they've invited pretty much, it's like I'm imagining if you're having Shaq, DJ Diesel, obviously.
Yeah.
Spin.
And his son, too.
Yeah. Oh, his son is a DJ?
Is on the docket, yeah.
Is that the one? Is that
the
other
one O'Neill, yeah. It's not his blood son, it's his son through marriage, who he then adopted.
Okay. So if you're putting it out on Bear Down Field, that pretty much means it's essentially just like an open concert. Like anybody can go. Like last year, you kind of felt like Post Move was a little bit exclusive. Like,
well, those stairways are pretty narrow
at Gentle Ben's.
Yeah,
they are for sure that. But yeah, you kind of felt like you were at a little bit of an exclusive party last year, hobnobbing with the rich and famous and whatnot. But this year, it's like I think probably I would imagine half the campus is going to want to see DJ Diesel spin, right? So I don't know if it'll have that same exclusive feel to it. But it'll still be fun. That's not to say it won't be fun.
Just imagine if his son had actually suited up and played for the Wildcats.
Oh gosh,
probably would have seen a lot more of DJ Diesel.
Right. I wonder if LeBron will come in for that. He might be there on the stage.
I don't know if LeBron and Shaq are buddies.
No. Maybe not. All right, let's get you your right now, since we've got an interview with Mia Wincy coming up. We're going to get you your Casino del Sol replay, brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf. The Mercury won last night over the injury-riddled Indiana Fever, things got a little chippy there at one point between Dewana. And you see the video, Dewana Bonner and Caitlin Clark kind of talking smack to each other, and Caitlin Clark waved her back over to her bench, and Dewana turned around and had to be separated, semi-separated.
She should have pointed at the scoreboard.
Exactly. I mean, they were way up at the point. At that point, Dewana Bonner last night scored 19 points in the win, shooting 6 of 11 from the floor. It was Alyssa Thomas last night, not getting a double-double, but coming very close. Once again, she almost got a quadruple double. Can you put turnovers in that?
You can, but it doesn't actually apply to positive statistics. No.
Okay, so 23 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 turnovers.
Because then Westbrook would have had 100 quadruple doubles.
Right, there you go. Let's hear from Dewana and Alyssa after a 5th straight victory by the Phoenix Mercury.
It's like you said, crunch time. There's only a few more games left until playoffs, so these games are about us. It's about coming out, executing our game plan, and like I said, just fine-tuning ourselves leading up into playoffs.
You two have been, you two were under Stephanie White for a number of years. When it comes time to play against her, how much of an advantage is it to sort of have an understanding of what she likes to run on both sides of the ball?
A huge advantage. I mean, like you said, we played, 2 years? Everything's pretty much the same. So defense, offense, we know everything they're about to do.
How deadly is AT's having that spin move there and the clutch? I mean, AT, what kind of triggers that when you know to bring that out?
Same time and time again. She do it over and over again, and she always say that they can't stop it, so that's her go-to move. But yeah, seen it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, given the defense gives you, you just drive hard, and they try to cut it off, and you just get to the move you want to do anyway. So, yeah, it's my patent spin move.
Obviously, you hang your hat on defense. Natasha has been just so big in so many ways for this team. What has the communication been like with her, what she's provided at this point, and obviously going into the playoffs?
Yeah, of course, we didn't have Mac early on in the season, and we're hard on her, but we know what she's capable of, and as you can see, each and every night she just gets better and better. She gets us second chance opportunities. She's playing defense, and that's what we need come playoff time. And yeah, just super happy, super proud of her, and know she's just going to continue to grow.
Thank you.
Does a win like this tell you anything about your playoff prospects? Are you guys ready?
Again, we're not worried about anybody but ourselves. We put ourselves in a position to do that. Right now, it's about fine tuning ourselves. The first half, we had a lot of injuries, and now the second half has been about us getting our chemistry. And yeah, we're just gonna go out there and continue to do things, continue to fine tune, and get ourselves ready for playoffs.
Listen, you talked a lot about you running pick and rolls this season, and very pick and rolls. With the spacing that you're working out of, it feels like the rejects are been there more often than not. Can you speak to just the process and the reading of the decisions that you are making in that and how intentional they are?
Yeah, most post players aren't used to being in action like that. It's the roles are reversed where they're the ones, calling out the screen. So for me, it's just about reading, the post if they're turning their hips early to get under the screen. I know they're going to go under. And as soon as I see them turn, that's, when I'm rejecting the screen. So again, just reading what the defense gives me. I know everyone's tried a whole bunch of different things to guard the pick and roll. And yeah, I just try to make the right play.
How do you feel about this team? Are you guys ready? And what is the playoff environment like in this arena when you guys are, in the postseason here?
Man, the fans are great. Literally, they carried us through tonight for sure. It was an energy game. Credit to Indiana because they came in and gave us a run for our money. But just feeding off our crowd. But I think we're a team that's vets, and a lot of us have a lot of playoff experience. But right now, we still have 3 or 4 games left, and we got to use this to, just focus on us and fine tune. It's going to be a step-by-step process, and right now we're just focusing on, finishing out strong and getting a good seed for the playoffs, and then when that time comes and whoever we play, we'll be ready. So I think right now we're just locked in on whatever we can to fine-tune mistakes, go to video, film, see where rotations work, what don't, defensive schemes. So we spend a lot of time in the video room right now.
Duana Bonner and Alyssa Thomas, that is your Casino del Sol replay. Brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. We are going to talk to Mia Wency straight ahead. Oh, I'm on the clock again. I got to go make a pick. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions at Houghton and Golf Links and Houghton. Also some slowdowns for I-10 westbound side of I-10 slowing between Valencia and Irvington Palo Verde. And for your weather, there is a chance of showers into the evening. Rain expected tomorrow with 88 as the high tomorrow and 95 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Graduating from high school, I realized that I didn't have all the tools I needed to help me in the next chapter of my life. The Earn to Learn program has helped me pursue my passion for early childhood education with confidence, and the financial education supported by Hughes Federal Credit Union has been invaluable to prepare me for my university career and the world beyond.
Find out how Hughes and Earn to Learn join forces to support student success at hughesfcu.org/earn-to-learn. Insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Are you someone who has a passion for music and sports and is interested in starting a career in radio? Well, our promotions department is looking for hardworking, dedicated people to join our promotion street team. If you're outgoing, have a solid work ethic, and a flexible schedule, then this may be the job for you. For more information, visit wildcatsradio1290.com or apply now at cumulusmedia.com. Clean driving record required. Must be 18 years or older to apply.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
My hero!
To advertise up to 40% off at Tobacco Barn, paying no city or state sales tax, and saving up to $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com, I'm going to jump from this airplane at 30,000 feet.
I hope he's careful.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products. You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation.
Wait, where's the ripcord?
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com.
Oh no, he forgot his parachute.
I did it!
Hooray!
That's why I'm Captain Tobacco!
Captain, you seem a little shorter.
I prefer vertically challenged, my dear.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobarntucson.com.
Or did everyone else get taller?
Oh, brother.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, choose a genuine local Tucson company, Done Right Services. With decades of trusted experience and upfront pricing, Done Right Services treats every customer like a valued neighbor. From upgrades to urgent repairs, our licensed professionals deliver quality, care, and craftsmanship you can count on, getting it done right. Call Done Right Services today at 520-369-3966 because you deserve it done right.
This is Zach Gelba, the Sports Minute, sponsored by BetMGM. Own your moment. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Before the season, it was college football playoff or bust for the LSU Tigers. And after Brian Kelly's squad beat Clemson at Dabo Swinney's place, there are really now no more excuses for LSU. Garrett Nussmeier is a good QB, and after week one, LSU's defense looks to be vastly improved, which is enormous because their defense has been their biggest weakness during Kelly's LSU tenure. I'm Zach Gelb.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Arizona only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Arizona Triathlon getting set to start their third season. And in just their second season last year, they were able to win a national championship. So, of course, the big question is can they do it again and repeat? Let's find out and talk to one of the young ladies that will try to help them attempt to do that. Mia Wency joins us now. She's a sophomore from Brandon, South Dakota. She was on the squad last year that won the national title. Mia going all the way and finishing 27th at her first national championships. And Mia, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us on the show today. So let's go back to last year when you first got here as a freshman. What were your thoughts about what last year might be for that for yourself and that squad?
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me. Last year when I joined, Coach West had talked some big game about the squad, and I showed up, and the team was just amazing. The culture was incredible, and seeing everyone work super hard. I mean, we had 6 new freshmen last year, so that was quite a new squad. But yeah, it was incredible, the team culture and how well everyone worked, and just seeing everyone work hard every day. It was super inspiring, and I think we kind of knew from day one that we definitely had a shot. So.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Mia, you kind of a dual role. You're also on the track team as well. What's your kind of total background in terms of track and field and triathlon, and where you kind of started and how you navigated your way to competing as a triathlete?
Yeah, so I actually did my first triathlon when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
And then I joined a club team when I was 9. And then I joined a swim team when I was like 10. And then cross country and track when I was in 7th grade. I ran for my high school's varsity team when I was in 7th grade.
Grade?
Yes, yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so I really loved cross country and track, but I mean my heart was always with triathlon. So yeah, but I did really love track and cross country, and I had some success there in South Dakota. I won a few state championships in track, and our team won a few state titles. So yeah.
So what's it like being a 7th grader competing against high school kids?
Thankfully, my older sister was also on those teams, so I kind of felt pretty safe there. And yeah, it was definitely a little scary, but it was a whole lot of fun.
So how do you explain that to your 7th grade friends? Like, hey, I'm going to running this track meet with a bunch of 12th graders.
Yeah, I actually I pulled 2 along with me, so there was a group of 3 of us.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Mia Wency joining us. She mentions like that. She's from Brandon, South Dakota. Tell us about Brandon. I don't know that I've ever heard of Brandon, South Dakota.
Yeah, it's very small. I actually live in Sioux Falls, but I went to school in Brandon, just outside. Yeah, it's very small, but it's got some heart, and they really love their sports. And yeah, the teams, or like the town spirit is great. So we had a lot of support there, and a lot of people have been reaching out to me too in my college years and just congratulating me and everything. So yeah, great town.
So were you looking specifically for a school that had a triathlon program? Like what was that search process like for you as you were trying to evaluate where you wanted to go to college?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, my heart really belonged to triathlon, like, since I was 7 years old. So that was definitely something that I was mainly interested in. I did talk to a few colleges for track and cross country, but I kind of knew as soon as I talked to Wes that this is where I wanted to go. And they didn't even have a team here yet when I was talking to him. I actually met Wes, like, 4 years ago, maybe, at a training camp in Park City, Utah, like a national select camp, and he was the head coach of that. So I had met him and Jossie before, but yeah, I really wanted to do triathlon. So
we're joined by Mia Wency. Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Yes, you are.
Okay, Mia Wency. She is a sophomore at the University of Arizona. She last week finished 3rd at the Southern Hills Collegiate Classic. And over the summer, won the U.S. Triathlon Junior National Championship. So how many young ladies competed in that event? Did you have to beat to win that?
I'm sure there are about 75 girls,
Wow.
Yeah, including my teammate, Ruth Party, yeah, who's also on the U of A triathlon team.
So how was that? I mean, how was that event maybe different than the national championships last year in college? Is it basically the same type of event? Is it a different style of event that you have to do in that setting?
Yeah, it's very similar. Like the layout is all the same. It's just there's a lot more levels, I would say, in NCAA triathlon. Junior nationals is just 16 to 19-year-olds. So the pot is definitely brought down, and it's just Americans. So in the NCAA, we have a lot of international athletes and, yeah, like older athletes who are in U23 and elite racing. So it's a lot more competitive in NCAA, but yeah.
So what is your best of the disciplines?
Oh, it's hard to say. When I was younger, my coach used to say my run was my weapon, but recently my swim has been pretty good. So, yeah, it's hard to say. It depends on the race, too. So,
what have you done to make yourself a better swimmer?
I think that coming to college here with Wes has helped a lot. I mean, when I was on swim team, I was doing all sorts of strokes, and also, I think it's a lot more consistent here. When I was in high school, I would be doing cross-country during cross-country season, swimming in the winter, and then track in the spring, and then triathlon in the summer. So just consistently doing all 3 throughout the year has really helped my swim.
We're chatting with Mia Wency, Arizona Wildcats triathlon team, defending national champions. So how do you do it again? Is there pressure, obviously, now that you've won a national championship? What's the pressure like now, being the ones that everybody wants to knock off the pedestal?
Yeah, I think last year I mean, we all knew it was possible, but I don't know if everyone really realized how big of a threat we were. This year, we definitely have a target on our backs, but I think we just don't even worry about that. You know, we just keep showing up to practice every day, working hard, and, you know, setting goals that aren't, like, based off of what you can't control. Yeah, you can only do as good as you can do, and you can't really focus on how well everyone else is going to do. So, yeah.
How cool was it to get to go back home this past weekend and compete in your home state?
Yeah, it was awesome. I got to see so many people that I knew. My parents were up there, and I got to see my dog, so that's fun. But yeah, no, it was definitely crazy. I've actually never been to this course before, and it was hard. It was really hilly, and it was difficult, but I really loved it. I mean, it definitely was not as professional as the other races that we have, but I think that just made it so much more fun. And yeah, it was a blast, and I hope I get chosen to go back again next year.
So now, what do you learn? Obviously, you guys won. Arizona won over TCU. ASU was third. South Dakota finished fourth. What do you feel like you learned about your team from this first meet?
Oh, this race, let me tell you, there were a lot of things that went wrong. On our way to the race, or like our way to the course the morning of, we actually hit a deer.
Oh,
and
you hit a deer?
We hit a deer.
Oh, boy.
And Sarah's skewer, like, wouldn't thread, or something was wrong with her bike. And Kelly's derailleur was, like, bent. So there were so many things that had gone wrong. And I think that we figured it out. Shout out Kurt. He's the assistant coach at TCU. He helped us with a lot of our bike issues, because the nearest bike shop is like an hour away in Rapid City.
Oh, wow.
So we had some help. But yeah, just like the adaptability that was shown at this race was crazy. Yeah, just going into it feeling like everything's going wrong, and just being able to get on the starting line and just, you know, shaking it all off and just focusing on what you can control. And yeah, I think that was really inspiring to see.
So that was cool. One of the coaches from the other team kind of helped you guys get through some of these issues?
Yes, I think that triathlon is still so small that there's so much just support in it. And I think that the triathlon community in general is like really nice. So yeah, he helped us out, which was really nice of him, because we didn't have our team mechanic with us.
That's awesome. Now, you guys will host an event here coming up on September 20th. So tell us about the course. Where is that going to take place here in Tucson?
It is all on campus. We are swimming in the pool, the Hillenbrand pool, and then we're biking around campus and running around campus. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be epic. And I think that the environment is going to be crazy. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun.
And that's the bye week for football, so you guys will have the entire campus to yourself. Folks can come out and watch that on September the 20th. Should be a whole lot of fun. Mia, hey, I appreciate you taking some time to join us. Continued success. Best of luck to you and the rest of the ladies. Let's go out and win a second national championship.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Mia Wency, sophomore, Arizona Triathlon from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Awesome to get a chance to chat with that young lady.
TCU assistant coach for triathlon, Kurt Woodward. We need to call that guy and thank him for helping with the bikes.
Absolutely. Anytime we get some assistance, that's cool though. I mean, again, it's like she said, you know, it's like it's not competitive. I mean, it's competitive, but it's not like, oh, your bike is broke. Sorry, you know, we're gonna go out and try to beat you because our bikes are working, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you want a level playing field. Unforeseen circumstances, deers happen.
There you go. All right, thanks to Mia Wency. Deer happen. Don't hit the deer. Watch out.
There's
for
no
the deer
S
there.
in deers.
Yeah, no. Thanks to Mia Wency for joining us. Zach Selby from Commanders.com. That's gonna wrap up our show for Dragon Ball, who's off today, for cricket and JW Madden. My name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Just a 1-hour show because we got the NFL, DK on the Sports Tip. 3 o'clock, be here. This is Wildcats Radio, 1290.
From the Auto Nation, Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions reported first in Fort Lowell and First Avenue. Crash at Golf Links and Houghton and Golf Links. An earlier collision occurred westbound I-10 near Alvernon and earlier off in the median. Slight chance of showers tonight. Rain is expected tomorrow with 88 as the high tomorrow. 94 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here. The kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Tune into Wildcats Radio 1290 weekly for Brett Brennan's Football Press Conference, where you can catch up on all things Arizona football this season. The Football Press Conference, sponsored by Coors Light.
Stay connected while you're on the go with the Wildcats Radio 1290 app. Listen to Arizona Wildcats play-by-play. Get the latest news on your teams and more, all in one place. Download Wildcats Radio 1290 app from the App Store or Google Play today. Wildcats Radio 1290 app is sponsored by Goodfellas Home Solutions.
For quality, honesty, and service you can count on, call Goodfellas Home Solutions. Because when you need help around the house, we can fix it. Need a kitchen or bathroom makeover? Dealing with a clogged drain, leaky faucet, or sewer issue? We'll take care of it fast. We handle just about anything under your roof. Goodfellas Home Solutions. GoodfellasAC.com.
Do you trust those in charge of your financial future? Trust is founded on 3 core principles: competence, honesty, and benevolence. Those making decisions about your financial future should always place your best interest ahead of their own. I'm Natalie Fernandez-Lee, and at Meridian Wealth Management, fostering trusted relationships with our clients is our top priority. Call us at 719-1433 or visit meridianwealthllc.com to learn more today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
So hot. I can help you.
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought. This AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text LEARN to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text LEARN to 323232 right now. Text LEARN to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's LEARN to 323232. Text LEARN to 323232 now.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.